We are live.
Woo! I tell you what, Mike, that super straw rocks really good in this Argus GT.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it even shows us live on YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm on the live chat, and it's our video from earlier. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it even shows us live on YouTube. No, it isn't.
All right, say that again, Mike.
Oh, hold on a minute.
It's caught up.
Yeah, it's actually rolling. It's not that much of a delay either.
I'm not seeing it. I'm only seeing the one from 57 minutes ago.
Hold on here. I'll do this. Copy. Oh, shoot. I shut down my... There it is. All right. Where are you at?
I show. Yes. Bye.
There you go. It's in there.
I don't want it on my phone.
I'll pop out the chat. I'll give people a few moments because usually people are waiting. So I don't know who's going to show, what's going on.
Yeah, it's a little new, different.
Yeah, it says we're live on YouTube. So watch this.
It's got like a 5 or 10 second delay.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
All three of us in there?
Yep.
Okay, it's working. Yeah, we're not as fancy. We didn't have Dom's fancy intro tonight. We're testing out some new Zoom room going live. I gotta do the pop out real quick.
So yeah, tonight I am vaping on the #1 mod according to Jay Hates.
I think, I haven't watched that one yet. Did it have more to do with the fact that it takes a decent pod coil?
It does, but the fact that he gave it a 9.5 out of 10, I was like, I was dumbfounded.
Hey, at least they got a review.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
I will not. The only thing I can hope for is if you heard in the video, Robert, because I'm sure you were watching it.
Yep, I was there.
When he looked over at Bree, and Bree, he goes, "Do you really like that?" And she goes, "Yeah, it feels so great in my hand." The benefit that I have is that maybe they might order one. They might order one for review. Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, I understand why. Instantly, with what was on the mod, instantly it's going to have sentimental value. But the thing is, he's got other items that have come in that had his like logo on it that was done special for him, but I guess not the same sort of sentimental way as having your child's name on it.
Yeah, and he said it's got her name on it. He wasn't going to review it.
Yeah.
And I do understand it. As much as it bothers me and I don't agree with it, I wish he would have reviewed it. I do understand it.
Because that's part of the options that you offer with your mods is being able to have something like that done.
Right. Like take Chris Clash. Chris, he has his Widowmaker right now that actually has CK in it, which is his kid's initials. You know, and it's a benefit. That, speaking of Chris, he's right there.
Yeah.
You know, we can get sentimental with it and make stuff that actually means something to somebody. And you know, when we develop something of that nature, it means something to me. I take a lot of care, due caution in what I'm doing with those. Just not reviewer mods to Robert Riggin, but that's besides the point.
Mine wasn't particularly individual, like, you know, it doesn't have any identifying.
Right. Nothing special.
Yeah. I mean, it's special to me, but you know,
That's all that matters at the end of the day, Robert.
the Lazy Susan feature.
Hey, that's unique. It'll come around. It will come around.
It will come around if you don't tighten it up.
Allows you to position your Addy on there so that the airflow is, you know, wherever you aesthetically want it to be.
Right.
That is a good idea. It really is.
But not intentional. And you know, I joke about it because I take my lumps, and I'd rather joke about it than be upset about it.
So I got a question. I got a question for you, Mike. And it's in my head ever since we said the Lazy Susan, because of the simple fact, I do a lot of side-by-sides. And with the side-by-sides, there's sometimes where your airflow's on the back, or the logo of, you want your logo of your Addy to show in the front. So here's an idea. What would it take, all right, if you put, like, in the middle of your 510, you just put 2 digs on each side, 2 little divots, so you can put a coin in there, all right? And then your screws, where you screw your 510 down, the 3 screws, on the plate of the 510, all right, like the landing deck, if you milled out like half round little pieces on it, so you
wouldn't even have to do that. You could
put a coin in there, turn that 510 how you want it, and then tighten it back down.
A simpler way to do that is the top mount Mod Maker 510s.
Yeah.
Or Mod Dog 510s that have the 2 holes. You could just put a sequence of holes around equal distance around it, so that.
Well, that was why I said the cutouts, so the screws would still recess and you can twist them around. Yeah, same way. Even if you did multiple holes, that would, you would actually have the first adjustable 510 on the market.
Nope. Stratum already did that. The Submariners do that.
Okay.
There's been a couple of them that have 510s that do that, but mostly that sort of feature has been accomplished in the RTAs themselves, the base of the.
Okay.
There's been a couple of Addies out there that.
Yeah, like I have one here.
Nick Pinkerton does multiple holes, but we're not talking about the local hookers in your town.
He is. I had a really, really high-end Addy here. It was before they were all squonk Addies. I can't remember what it was called, but it had
one.
No, it wasn't the one. It wasn't even a squonk RDA. It had a beautiful box. You open it up, and the LEDs shine down on the Addy while it was in its display.
That's a little extra right there.
Yeah, it actually had an LED in it. I'm trying to see if I can find it sitting here. Give me 1 second. Because I did try to sell it at one time.
How many people we got in here tonight? Because I don't have my
11.
11? Oh, it's a small showing for such a nice giveaway I have tonight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know where it is, and I don't even remember what the hell the thing was called. It was like 5 years ago, and it was a $150 RDA at the time.
Oh.
So it was quite expensive back then. But it actually had the deck where you could lift up the RDA, spin it, and then drop it back down, and it would lock in place again.
What link was broken?
As soon as you open up the box lid had an LED in it, and it was showed down on the Addy, and it almost looked like a little ring box. The display was way nicer than the RDA.
Yeah, it's not ringing a bell.
It was a really high-end, really big one at its time. I just don't remember what it was.
So
Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I got
no worries, John.
knocking at the door.
So what happened was that link, it wasn't that great because the problem was we were working on the fact. Yeah, it was just supposed to go to my YouTube homepage, because the reason why is so the YouTube So what's going on is the Zoom meeting, it does not allow me to schedule a meeting while we're already in a stream. So we can't do a green room. So the problem with that is we weren't able to schedule it. So we just had to do a link to my YouTube homepage. That way we could use the Zoom room rather than the StreamYard, because there's not so much of a delay. And the picture quality is a little bit better. It runs a little smoother. So
Yeah, this is essentially a wet dry run for what we plan to start doing in the future more often, is using the Zoom as our back end, because it's a far better engine than a web-based one that we've been using. So thus, once we figure it all out and get all the bugs out of it, it'll be awesome.
We were gonna, the stream just shows up as like a regular video for one of my channel, for something on my channel. But we were trying to do the thing like Dom does, where you schedule it so that way it automatically goes live at 6 o'clock and you're ready. The problem is it doesn't work that way with Zoom, because we're not running OBS in the background or using something else to run it, because like my brother-in-law says, I'm a bit of what he calls a tech-utard. So when it comes to computers and stuff like that, I am not that smart when it comes to that shit. I admit it. You got a broken bone or something going on with a joint? I got you. I got you. Medical? I got you. Computers? Fuck that.
Trying to get them to set up a simple stream. Yeah, you're fucked.
I know it was supposed to be Vaping with Rhino and Friends, because it is technically, even though we're doing it on my show, my channel, it's still Dom's show. Dom's the one who started this live show, and we still give him the props even when he's not here, even though he's out celebrating and probably getting drunk.
Yes, tonight is Dom's anniversary with his girlfriend. So he had let me know ahead of time that he wasn't going to be able to be here tonight and that we were going to take it. And we said, well, screw it. We're going to take a shot at the Zoom thing and see what happens.
Yeah. No, it worked out great. I mean, I do like it. And I like the fact that we can switch it to speaker view or leave it where everybody's showing. It works out great that way.
Right. And you know, like I said, wet, dry run.
I don't know. I every time I think about speaker view, there was one of the guys who was, I forgot what live stream. Oh, it was me, Eric, and Steve, and we had it set for speaker view. So whoever was talking showed up. And the funny part is Steve blew his nose and it automatically switched the camera on him. And it shows him with tissue on his finger, just like mining for nose gold. And I was like, dude, he was like 2 knuckles deep up in there. I was like, no, yeah.
Yeah. So get into the show.
Yes.
I think Robert's AFK, but I saw a little intro of a video recently that it's nice. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me see here.
Mark asked if I have his shipping address for when he wins the Spartan. Yeah, I did hit my 1K. So I hit my mark. I'm probably going to let the giveaway, I'm going to give it another week to see if anybody else wants to enter or get into it, because I'm going to drop about 5 or 6 videos in the next couple days. I recorded a bunch of reviews. I just haven't had time to upload them all. I still have to render them and edit them and upload them, and they all have an ad at the end for the giveaway. So I'll let that run for like another week, and then I'll probably run the Spartan giveaway and see what happens. Whoever wins it.
Spartan. I'm going to show a picture here in a little bit too, but as of right now, I'm going to show something, and this is me giving love to Dom and what he's got coming out. A lot of you have already seen this. Some of you may not. I'm going to do a quick share screen. And there's not going to be any audio for it because I got my YouTube audio off. but you guys can watch this little quick clip that Dominic has put together that I like. Can you see it, Bill?
Yep.
All right, I just want to make sure everybody can see it. All right, now there is audio to it, but you know, we'll go from here. Let's see. And then it just goes into the nucleus and fishbone mods with nucleus. Now, for those who don't know, you heard me refer to fishbone mods. Let me stop sharing real quick. There we go. Pop this back out. Dominic has made a change from VR mods to fishbone mods. FBM. I really think I like the change that he made. I like the name. I love the logo.
Yes.
Me and him spoke about it a lot in depth before it happened. I'll be honest. I talk to Dominic probably daily for about 3 hours a day. And we throw ideas back and forth at each other. And he had brought this to my attention and he had showed me what he was wanting. He wouldn't show me at first. He actually held back and he goes, I don't know if I'm ready to show anybody yet. And I'm like, well, just fucking show me, dude. And so he finally ended up showing it to me. And we worked together on the announcement post. I gave him some pointers on what he should say in the announcement of the change. I honestly think that the change is going to be great for his business. I love the name. I think it separates him from VR. He is Rhino, but his company is now Fishbone Mods. It's not just mods by Vaping Rhino, so to speak. So I think it's a strong change, and it gives a strong resemblance. Kind of like when I first started, I was EVC or Einstein Vapes. Okay, yeah, it's Einstein Vapes, whatever. But EVC Mods or EVC Labs has more of an acronym, I think is the word I'm looking for. It has more of a grip to it.
Yeah.
It's more rememberable. It'll stick in people's heads longer. So I think
EVC just rolls off the tongue a little easier.
Right. And I think Fishbone will roll off the tongue as well. So I love the change. I think it's a great move for him. Mark, you saw me hold it up. Plus, I've got another one on the printer right now.
Mark, did you see?
Is that the resin trucker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my new mod that he made for me.
This is not the standard resin truckers like, I don't know, this. That's a resin and stab wood.
That's the resin trucker that's done with a $250 printer.
Correct. And it's the stuff that we're testing out for maybe slightly more cost-effective variants of our mods that people that can't afford the higher prices can maybe get something a little cheaper. We don't know yet. We're still working out the details and everything like that. But yes, Mark, I have this body, and she ain't retarded, as you can see. I had one. I threw it away.
He should have got the thickums. He needed the thickums.
And then we have another one that is on the printer, which should be done here in probably about hour and a half. No big deal. But yes, Mark, I am working on it. It is coming.
I feel kind of bad because today, Frozen announced their 5th anniversary sale, and they have their wash and cure station and their 2K. So it's basically, it has just damn near the same specs as the Elegoo Mars that you guys bought, but you could get the print and clean station and the printer for, I think it was $312.
That'd be a hell of a deal. Now I will tell you, I have my issues with this Elegoo Mars Pro. I do have my issues. I am definitely waiting to see what's going to happen with the Jupiter.
You mean the Saturn?
No, the Jupiter.
Oh,
Yes, it's not coming out till next summer.
what about the Uranus?
I didn't see that one.
I'm fucking with you. you didn't see Uranus?
Nope.
It doesn't surprise me. I haven't seen mine either.
It's fine. But no, they did release some specs on the Jupiter, much bigger build plate.
Yeah, I think was supposed to be a 8.9-inch 4K mono LCD.
I think so. I'm interested in that. I wanted to see what happens with
Yeah,
it.
Anycubic. That's who it was. Anycubic has a 5th year anniversary sale going on right now.
Yeah, it's Anycubic because they make the parts, the cleaner.
Oh, so they're I think I know what you're talking about now. It's but yeah, that's the one they just announced the pricing on it. It's going to be like $550 or $560 for a it has a 250 millimeter height, and then it's 8.9 inches diagonal. So huge build volume, and I think the only machine that comes close in those dimensions in resin is at least 5,000.
Well, the Panoply.
Yeah, the Moy, Panoply, they have what theirs is budget line, which I mean really still is budget. I think it's like $2,500 or something like that.
Yeah, which ain't budget. That's just
for their stuff and for resin printing.
Yeah, I get that. I get that factor. Nick says, I was thinking about changing my name to Dick Bonnie Mike's B-Hole Mods. Nice name.
No, that name would be more reserved for BMM, but it's.
So we had a kind of a discourse because Dom had presented his idea and name and stuff, and we were kicking it back and forth in the group what we thought about it, if we had other suggestions, and I was like, I think Angler Mods would be like that was but it didn't win out.
Obviously. I really like I don't know if you were watching, we showed the video for the Nucleus that he released.
Yeah, I saw the Nucleus because he started working on the Nucleus
that a while ago. I remember that.
He started it at the same time he was working on the Skelly mod.
Yeah, he was also working on that at the same time he was working on my RDA as well.
Yes, I've seen the Nucleus too. But I see here's the funny thing. So I was talking to Dom and I was working around, and I had said, hey Dom, we're getting ready to start designing some commercials for our products. I says, I think this is a great idea, having a picture of my mod, rotating, showing all the different features and functions, and a nice quick, 20, 30, 40-second clip, giving all the information. And apparently he liked the idea. So, like I said, I was telling Bill, I talk to Dom probably 3 hours a day, every single day. First time I get in here about 7 o'clock in the morning, by 8:30, 9 o'clock, Dom's messaging me. What are you doing? Nothing. Send the call. And we sit here for 3 hours as we work, and we chit chat back and forth and throw things back at each other. Now, not a lot of people have seen this. Some have not. Let me, I'm going to pull up Fusion here real quick. Give me 1 second. This is a joint project that was announced in Dominic's, and his announcement of the changes and the new things to come.
I just looked up the Fishbone RDA, Mike. Yeah, it was kind of a Kennedy clone.
Yeah, the old Kennedy clone.
with the different colored glass caps.
Yep. I had a fishbone. I also had authentic Kennedys too.
Anywho, sorry for interrupting. I just saw that chat.
No, you're good. You're definitely good. Okay, so anybody that's buying mods from me or from even Dominic or some of the Italian companies, kind of know what we've been going through, I guess you could say, the lack of receiving a certain product. So I'm going to share the screen again, gentlemen, and I want to leak this since Dom leaked the information about it a little bit. I'm gonna leak the renders of it. Okay, and he might kick my ass for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I am very proud of the work. Now, before I do this, I want to say 90% of this was Dominic. I know he says that we're 50-50 on this. And that we are partners on it, but I will never take the credit away from the work that Dom did on this. I did have some input in it, and we have been working together on it to get it produced, and we're going to be producing it together. But I would say most of the design is Dominic's, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Hey, Mark, the Kennedy's been done killed. I mean, he's been dead a while now.
All right, let me move this out of here so I can do some rotating here. Okay, can you guys all see that?
Yep.
Okay, now we have been struggling to get battery tubes. That is why I have not done a batch drop. That's why Dominic can't do any mods right now, because we can't get battery tubes. So Dominic has designed this battery tube with an innovative top cap. Very innovative top cap. I like it. It is probably one of the most compact 21700 tubes out of all of the third-party based tubes. My part that I came up with, and Dom helped me clean it up a little bit and get it nice and neat. As you can see what's going on in the bottom. We want to be able to offer in our mods and possibly as a third-party product for other people, the ability to have a high-quality battery tube.
Is this being made in the Philippines as well?
I don't know. His prices were a little bit outrageous. We wouldn't be able to sell them and make any money on them. But as you can see what's going on here, we actually have a flap door where it will flip up. You grab it, unscrew it, flip it back down. We are working on some, as you can see, this area here and the outer ring is Altum.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, there is full connection. Some might say we stole the idea, I'm sure, but it was just something to be different and unique. So with that being said, we are working on designing a brand new battery tube that is it going to be the most innovative thing on the market? I'm not going to say yes. A battery tube is a battery tube at the end of the day. Do I think it'll be high conductivity and a very solid tube? Yes, I do. If everything comes to fruition as we have planned and that we are working on right now.
Are you going to do copper? Are you going to do plated copper tubes?
We're actually going to talk to them to do the copper tubes, the brass tubes, the stainless tubes. I need stainless for my method of
sublimation.
Yeah. So with all of that being said, you know,
and look at how nicely that blue sublimation. My green screen's really screwing things up, but
yes, it is.
The burnt titanium of this cap. Yep, you're not going to see it.
Perfect.
Let me kill the virtual. There we go. The tone of this blue sublimation.
That's the bottle, not the battery.
Oh no, it wasn't.
You were pointing to the bottle.
Oh, I was. But yeah, anyway, the tone of the blue sublimation, all the accents match the burnt titanium on the Addy.
Nice.
Came together quite nicely.
Right, for sure. Um, and so with all that saying, a lot of it is going to be financing and the price that it's going to cost us to get these produced and manufactured. Marky's on Pornhub. So it's definitely going to be costly because we got to buy a large quantity. But right now we are trying to figure out a good, solid manufacturer to manufacture these tubes out.
Have you checked with Kennedy?
No.
Yep. I don't know. That might
There you
be something that they could be up to the task. I mean, imagine it definitely something they could do. I don't know how much that would cost to do, or if they'd even go that route. But
Or even humor the option, right?
yeah,
So, with that being said, I'm really excited for the tube. But let's not forget, at the end of the
imagine
day,
Kennedy's response might just be, "If you want to buy a battery tube from us, we make them already. They're called the Vindicator and the Ruby."
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it very well could be. So, but at this moment, it isn't something that we're looking to put in right this minute because prototype development and design is going to take a little bit, and we're aware of this. But I want to let everybody know we are fighting to get tubes from our general wholesalers, because we've got products that need to be released. I've got tons of people hitting me up for batches. I'm sure Dom's got people hitting him up for mods, and it's nothing that our hands are cuffed at the moment, because if we can't get product, we can't put the mods together. And I'm not going to sell you something and say, well, you paid for it, now you get to wait for the tubes to get here whenever they get here. So there's that. But other than that, what's new in the industry?
Side by sides are popping up all over the place.
Yep.
They had a totally missed opportunity, Doppo did, by calling that ugly ass side by side the College. Like,
That was the stupidest fucking name. You talk
They
about
should have
trying to
called-
appeal to kids.
like and I told this to Dom too when it came out. I'm like, when you do your side by side, you need to call it the Dropout. How appropriate of a side by side name would that be to call the Dropout?
Yep, exactly. It's call it the Dropout. Yeah, that's definitely fitting, because Dopo fucking, and I don't mean to sound mean about it, but I will sound mean. They shot themselves in the fucking foot. They stepped on their own dick. They had an opportunity that was actually a decent little side by side they made. It's ugly, but it's a decent little side by side. But to name it the College, just fuck.
Yeah. Speaking of side by side, since you brought it up,
Crown.
we are 90% complete.
You've been saying that for 4 months.
No, I redesigned the whole entire thing like 2 days ago from scratch. The only thing that it's lacking right now, and just me being honest, is the ability of the USB. I haven't figured out where I
Fuck
want
the USB. You don't need that.
It's a MOSFET mod. Are you going to put an external USB in it?
DNA 60.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the latest. I saw the lead time on DNA 60s was 8 weeks. They got the DNA 40s ready to go though.
Yeah, well, it may be a DNA 40. They're the exact same size, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, as long as you build accordingly, I mean, the DNA 40s will do. They're the most efficient Evolve board, and they'll put out 9 volts.
The 60 does what, 12?
I think it's also 9 or 10.
Yeah, Mark. He said 89.99 complete. Now it's 90%, which means he's running about as fast as my fucking internet sometimes.
You know, I will say, I spent the last couple days wholeheartedly head first into that, except for I had to go in the lab and do some batching yesterday. But I have been busting my ass on this to get it done. That's the reason why we had to change out the Halo switch and go to a regular micro Mytex. I've got it all conformed to handle that switch now. I got it where it's got a nice mount that I can just mount the board. I can pretty much wire everything outside of the mod before I even put it together. So the main things that I got to finish up now is if I decide to put a USB, I may skip the USB right now. And I've got to work on the bottom plate. Everything else is pretty much done. The
You know
bottom
when
plate,
Michael releases side by side?
manufacture it.
Michael releases side by side 2 days after Smoke releases theirs.
And it will look the same. Are you guys interested in seeing where it's at currently?
Sure.
Go for it. We need content.
That's kind of where I was going with that.
I'll be honest with you. Even with a DNA 60, you don't need a USB. You don't need to charge it in that fucking side by side.
It's not for charging. The primary reason I would say to have USB on a DNA 60 and above is for e-scribe purposes.
Exactly.
Unless it's a lipo, then of course you gotta have it.
Nick Bickerton said squonking will be back in vogue before Mike releases his side by side. Actually,
right.
Mike will probably release his about a week after BMM releases theirs.
Now, see, I don't find that one funny, Bill. You're an asshole. Okay, so currently, right now, this is just in design, but I'll show you how it kind of goes together and everything.
You're making Nick all aroused with your cock ring mod.
Yeah, because if you watch, it's movable.
You know you have to do a ribbed version, of course.
Next pleasure. So, currently right now, if you take the ring off, take the 510 out, take the battery tube out, we can pull the crown out. That's the reason it's called the crown. It's a removable, replaceable, well, if you can see my screen still, it's removable. It can be made in multiple different materials, types, colors, the crown. And then we flip it over. Currently, right now, that's where the screen's going to be mounted in the bottom. And in the round area will be the up and down buttons recessed into the plate. Take off the bottom plate.
Did you ever have that guy make that batch of extended ribbons for you?
No, I don't need them. With this design, I don't need them. Taking the body away. This is our current slide right now. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of room for the USB to go at the moment, but it literally fits perfectly right up in there. Let me throw the tube in there real quick. As you can see, we've got all the clearance in the world that we need. So essentially, this is the crown. Like I said, I've been busting my ass to try to get it ready. If we're not doing the USB, well, then all I need to do is order the bottom plates or machine the bottom plates myself and start printing the body. I've already got a couple crowns here. I will tell everybody, the first one will go to Bill before anything happens, because Bill gets to do the prototype testing on it and run it through its courses and make sure
Nice.
it's working good, and it's what he expects out of a side by side. Chris, it's roughly, I want to say it's roughly right around 39 or 40 millimeters from the deck to the top of the tube. I didn't have my chat open, so I couldn't see while I was showing it off.
Now, the tube that you guys are designing, are you going to have it have a break in the middle so that you can have it be modular for 2350, 18650, 21700, 18350?
No, this is coming out as a 21700. If there's a high demand for an 18650 version, then I'll make one. But if there's not a demand for it, I'll keep with the 21.
Take any longer, there's not going to be a demand for this one.
Somebody's gonna get shot before the night's out. Me, I'm gonna commit suicide because
Excuse me. I don't know what's up with my camera. It's
Yeah, you need to go the 21, release your 21700 Boro device, because there's only going to be 2 others on the market. You got the AIO 67, that's going to be 21700, and that's supposed to be, he's got working prototypes right now with his new Boro device, Boro, or his tank section and everything.
Yeah. When it comes to mine, I know Dave Sorrell was here. Yep, he's still here.
Yeah.
Dave, it's still on the table, but Crown is #1 priority right now.
absolutely.
The Crown is #1 priority right now. So yours is that what you helped me with is going to definitely happen. I just need to get this Crown done and get it out. We had a really rough batch this last batch. It took a lot longer than planned. COVID and everything like that, and we just had a lot of rough go-tos in this last batch that we did. Everybody's gotten their mods now and everything like that. So we'll see where we go from there.
Who won what? I noticed
Rebuildable Ryan won the Hulk Smash Boro,
oh shit. Nice.
or billet.
Yeah, I can't
But-
wait to get my my custom buttons with my logo. Got that.
So I gotta duck out here in just a moment, and I have no idea if I'll be able to make it next week. We'll be out camping, so who knows? I might be able to pop in for a moment, but you guys only got the
your
giveaway.
time with the family.
Yeah, you guys only got the giveaway coming up, and I don't need to be around for that.
Yeah.
So I'll catch you guys later.
All right, sir. Have a great night.
Hey, Nick, me and Dominic's relationship is kind of like you and Dane's. You know, we all have our bromances, but you put 2 minds together, and a lot of great things come of it.
What?
I think so.
I busted your chops. Hold on. Oh shit. What is that? I got some window just popped up.
Besides, I love Dom. Dom's my brother.
Oh, all right. What? I don't want video editor.
This is true, Nick. This may be true. Nick says we just need to find 2 great minds now.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Hey, I can take the lumps. See, Nick, if you, me, Dane, and Dom get together, we might equal 1.
All right.
Maybe. The nice thing about that battery tube, though, is we'll be able to offer the engraved tubes.
Yeah. I do like that idea, the engraved tubes, and you can do the coloring on them. Brain fart, sorry.
Engraved and colored.
Yeah, that would be kind of badass.
So yeah, it's cool. A lot of things happening lately. Things are moving along. Things are getting done. Ish. No, Bill, I am not stopping, and I am not working on any other models until that crown is done. Nothing.
I'm just busting your nuts.
No, it's got to get done. It has to get done. Oh, John's like, I got the job. Figuring that out, Bill?
No, I was working on something else on the side here. I got 3 things going on at once. All of a sudden, my messages started popping up. So does anybody from the chat want to pop in, hang out for a bit? Who do we have in the chat that's interested?
The invite.
What was that?
I said they can message me and I'll send them the invite. You have the invite link too, don't you?
Yeah, I think I have the. I don't know how to invite.
I got it.
Bill's looking for an IT person.
Stripper pole wants to come in.
I'm okay with that. But he's not eligible for the giveaway.
No, he's not eligible because he's already won too many times.
Yeah, this is true.
He just picked up the stuff you sent me the other day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was all happy with that.
I'm sure you could, Chris. I'm sure you could. And actually, that's the thing is my daughter used to do the batching for us. All right, dude, turn the stripper pole stuff off. That's too much tonight.
Super pink.
At least it's not flashing colors, boys.
Yes, but your whole thing is pink.
Okay, fine.
Your whole screen is
There
pink.
you go.
Wait, he's still pink. Oh, wait, that's just him. Never mind.
Well, where's one of theirs for you, bud?
Is that your age, your IQ, or your sperm count?
I'm not sure what's worse there.
Ryan, as soon as I got you sent it to me, I saw it, and then I had to have Bill get set up on this. So I plan to watch it as soon as this is over.
Which review? The trucker? I watched it. It was a good one. Did really nice on that one, Ryan.
I'm bringing one more person in.
Holy shit. John, did you see that?
What? Oh, the Argus?
Yeah, watch.
For a
And I have
shovel
this
tank,
open.
that's not bad.
I have this open about a quarter of the way.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin.
Yeah,
I
watch out.
appreciate the mod was nice, but the review sucked.
All right, throw it full open here, Bill. Go full Monty.
That's full open.
Jesus.
Yeah, this thing hits like fucking hard.
Yeah, that thing's not fucking
And I'm only
around.
running at 50 watts.
Wow.
I get big clouds at 46, yo.
No, I agree.
Hey, but I did a thing 2 days ago. Can anybody tell me what RDA I have on here?
Citadel.
No, don't insult me.
Oh, Hadley. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it's a Hadley.
I finally took the rewicked off and went back to the Hadley. But
You like that
Say-
rewick.
I will say I have been rocking this as well with my grape drink.
The BTD. Yeah.
Yes,
That's actually a really nice little RDA.
I do like it.
I kind of want to cop that rewicked RDTA off of you.
Oh,
Good luck.
this one.
I have a thing for
My
RDTAs. They're
back
so
on
they're so convenient. I love
You just
like
like
that,
stuff you can. You just like
you're-
shit you can figure out how to squonk with a tank, so it has more juice capacity.
Shut up.
The way you
You're not
vape,
wrong,
John,
but shut up.
honestly, the way you vape, I would actually not suggest the rewicked RDTA. For you, I would say the Haku Riviera.
Right there,
Yep.
cruiser.
I'm getting the cruiser off Chris, but I cannot find a Riviera to save my life.
I know. Those are little single coil, big airflow. They fucking move. They rock.
To be fair,
This
Mike's
one
not using this. I've been running the Easy
This
Side
one's
Box
perfect.
with a Gata is my main mod for past like 5 or 6 days. 37.5 watts. It hits so nice.
I can't say none. I've been rocking my clone of a clone of a clone.
Did you talk to Jeff on that?
Jeff basically shot me down on it. Said he doesn't do that.
He did on his, and he was kind of looking at doing orders. He didn't actually post anything, but
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to. I talked to Dave Tufts, but my problem is I had asked Mike about it because the problem is if you're gonna vapor bath it, you got to take it completely apart. You got to take the internals out of it. And the problem with it is every time I've tried to take apart a mod to do something with it and I put it back together, it stops working. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So Mike is the one I trust the most to take one of my mods apart and put it back together. So that's why I was trying to get him to do it. And you know, I had someone else tell me, "Oh yeah, you can vapor bath it with everything in it," and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I've ever taken a mod apart myself.
I don't care how much of that sealant you put on a board, it's not going to make it through that.
No, not through acetone. No, but
No.
you know, I believe it or not, the simplest mod in the world. I had a nice purge mod with the halo magnets inside of it, and I was taking it apart, and the two magnets got a little too close, and they slid across the table and slapped together, and one of them broke in half. I'm like, how the fuck do you break a mechanical mod? So I had to order a new fucking magnet. I was like,
That's a special. That's a special kind of moment there, Bill.
yeah, I know. Fucking, how do you break a mechanical mod?
Bill's a special kind of stupid. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll take that. The only clear job I've done so far was this one right here. I cleared the doors and just this inner panel. Not that one. That one.
Just sanded
Cleared the door.
crap
I'm
out
in the
of it.
middle of doing. I want to do this panel, but I did this panel already right here. So I mean, I cleared this, but Dremel tool, buffing wheel, and some mother's mag polish.
Okay, so Dustin, you were saying that you water bath all your blow up mod, I mean BMM mods. All DNAs can actually be water bath. I will be 100% honest. When my mods get old and worn out looking and a little dirty, I have literally I take the faceplate off, the buttons, I take the battery out of the tube. I take the RDA off, obviously, and I unhook the screen as well. Then I fill my hands up with soap and I turn the water on low warm water, and I scrub the mod with soap and water, running it under the faucet, board and all. Then I take an air hose and I blow the mod off. I get up behind where the wires are, up in the battery tube, and then I let it sit for roughly about an hour, hour and a half in the sunlight in my front window here. And then I can put everything back together again, throw the battery in it, vapes perfectly fine.
Yeah.
DNA's conformal coating is probably one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's
But
still sketchy.
not with an acetone or whatever.
No.
Yeah, not with an acetone or an alcohol vapor bath.
Nope, just gender straight hand soap and water.
Oh, wow.
Someone
That's
else was so let me ask you guys. Someone else said the headlight clearing wipes, just the plain wipes.
Okay,
I don't know if that'll take a frosted mod to clear.
No.
I don't know. I don't think so. It may have an acidic in it that can do that.
Yeah.
But usually even the headlight wipes aren't as good as like the headlight cream where you put it on the buffing wheel and you buff it out.
Of
Yeah,
course,
you almost
yeah.
need
The,
like a
the
wet
friction's gonna
sand.
do. Yeah,
Like a wet
nothing's gonna clear it like mechanical friction right on it.
Yeah.
Like take prime example, these resin ones that I'm working on. Okay. I've tried to vapor bath them. They do not vapor bath. They do not take the vapor. So what I have decided to do is bead blast them, which essentially will turn them to frost. It'll make them frosted
Yeah.
with my bead blaster that I have. I think it looks really good, and it actually, as to where this has a really slick, smooth feel,
Yeah.
it gives it a really cool texture. I really like the texture after bead blasting the body. Now, can I take this to my buffing wheel and buff it out like I do buttons and face plates and stuff like that, and then stab wood mods? Yes, I can get a glass shine on the outside of this.
Yeah.
Does nothing for the inside of it. And trying to buff out the inside of one of these is not going to be fun.
Of course not.
Yeah. You gotta bust out the fuse.
Yeah, he's sucking on the foosh.
This whole time I've been struggling because there's like I've got to clean the contact a little bit or the threading because it was not catching. I'm just fiddling with it. I'm like, come on. I'm gonna ruin the joke.
The reason I asked about the height too. I got that all set up.
Oh, is that the tripod?
Yeah, with the XL steam tuners.
Yeah, actually, I can tell you the exact height right now since
It's
I
okay.
changed the height and the entry.
I'll wait till Bill's done reviewing it and tearing it apart and
Yeah.
sends it back to you in like a bag and a half.
We're at 42.8 from top of battery to the top of the deck.
That's
That'll
not
actually
bad.
work.
I
I got-
told you it would be good, Chris. Chris
Yeah, I
called
know.
me yesterday, and you
Not about that though.
not about that. We were just shooting the shit, and he's like, "Man, I really hope the crown's gonna work for this tripod." And I just had to sit stiff lip. I'm just like, "You're just gonna be happy." That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to tell him, I said, this would look great on your Cyclone mod, but at the same time, I really like it. So I don't want to send it to him, but I'm going to. Because it is really nice, but it's exactly how he vapes. I don't vape like this anymore, but it vapes awesome. I mean, it's
You know what?
not the,
Fuck John until he buys one of my mods. All right, that's what I'm saying.
I
Fuck John.
literally tried to reserve one with you the other day. You don't even
Wait
have the
for
battery tube. Hell, I'm still waiting on the whom.
yeah,
Yeah.
wait for a drop like the rest of us, John. Come on now. I'll take that wrench away from you.
No, I'm special. I am a special man. You
You're
know,
special ed.
I'm a high class hoe. I need my special treatment.
On a
Who's
on a
got-
crackdoor budget.
Who's got a mod?
He's a high class hoe on a crack whore budget.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, my collection is so eccentric, but it's all like it's mods I've gotten serious deals on. I don't go for mods I like. I go for mods I'm like, that's an interesting bargain.
No, the way you vape, John, we need to drop you down like 40 more watts or maybe 30. And then maybe you don't need a
7.5. I'm at 37.5, and this has been my daily driver for the whole week.
I know, but normally you're at 90.
Yeah, no, we need to keep him at
Normally I'm above
below.
100.
15 below.
Yeah, normally I'm north of 100 watts.
Okay, so something else I said I wanted to show off a little later. Let me go to Spinworks real quick. I am really excited about this. Couple weeks back, I had put some blocks together for Chris Sonker over at CS Wood Designs. And Chris is working on, he's going to be taking my blocks and turning them into Spartans. Now, I really do like Chris's Spartan. I know I have to get mine done before he finishes the two that I sent him, because it'll look bad that he puts out a mod of my material before I do. Timing, man, timing. But
Oof.
I cannot say he got the block. I sent him to him unclean.
You're trying to give yourself a head start is what you're doing.
And I guarantee he's still got it done like in a couple days. He's got a chubby for that fucking material.
Yeah,
he does.
He probably jumped right on that as soon as it got to his door. He probably started working on it that night.
Well, he's already cleaned them up, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great material. Like seeing it in person compared to photos, it doesn't do it justice.
Wait till you see it right now.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Holy hell.
That looks the tits.
John, quit touching yourself.
Good thing he wasn't talking to me.
That blue river is going to be your mod, right, Mike?
Yep, with the blue maple. Yep, the electric blue maple and the carbon river. Yes, that is mine.
So does that mean, every time we see you on one of these live shows, you're not always going to be using a squonker?
What? No,
that
because the Spartan is a squonker.
Yeah.
I just may not be using it EPC mods.
Yeah, that's going to be the first time Mike's not using one of his own mods.
Well, there was one show he used a Solaire he got off me for like 3 hits.
And now it's in the box over there in the corner. But I have to say that my chopped carbon blocks, this batch came out gorgeous.
That's
it.
Now, of course, the all black one is Chris's, and then the river one is mine. I couldn't be more happy with the way that electric blue came out on that maple.
Yeah, that came out really nice.
It's a really nice shade.
He showed that to me, and my jaw just hit the floor.
That is really nice. So,
these will be offered out to other mod makers. We will be offering on my other company site the forged carbon blocks for other makers to make them, or people to buy them and send them to makers and have mods made out of them. So they will be available. They will not be cheap. I will tell you that now.
No.
The chopped carbon cost me an arm and a fucking leg to make.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
But it is just gorgeous material.
Yeah. We were talking about that like a month or two ago, and you said something like it's almost like that same stuff they use, like that exposed carbon on the spoilers and that kind of stuff.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That is called forged carbon, but that name is copyrighted and owned by Lamborghini, Saab, and Boeing. So we are not allowed to use that terminology.
No, when you first mentioned chopped carbon to me, initially all I could think of was that one carbon mod that came out, the topside dual carbon, but seeing yours in comparison,
No.
it's night and day. It's night and day because you actually casted a block. You weren't casted frame. So with that block, with especially with the pearlescence in it when it's cleaned up, you
I
can
honestly
really make any
believe
style of mod out of it.
because Mike is going to get his chopped carbon Spartan and Mark is going to get that nice blue one that Mike should build and give me that one trucker he just showed. 'Cause that's the one mod I don't own. I've never reviewed a trucker. You should build that and just send it to me.
The only issue with it is there's a couple scratches up in the contouring up here that I got to get back in and wet sand out and then repolish it, and then it's ready to be built.
I want that mod. You know that, right? Because it's got black and blue.
It does. It's got.
Well,
blue
you
red.
know how you love your blue.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
know.
why I did the electric blue. That's why I did the electric blue Spartan, just to make Bill jealous.
Yep.
I wouldn't doubt that, Dick.
I mean, I just do stuff like this to piss Bill off.
Yeah, your daughter's mod?
No, that's actually John Papas.
Oh. Your daughter's mod is the one that I'm in love with. That's the one I want. That thing's beautiful.
Show Bill the one that I was fancying in the store. Because I picked out one that I want to place a deposit on. It is gorgeous.
See, I like that. I'm not a big fan of pink, but
It's a red.
Yeah, it's more red in person, but what I liked is the deep black black resins in there. It offers a really nice contrast, especially once it gets like fully lacquered.
yeah.
Put
That's
together.
got an overlay right here. This is not resin just on top of the wood. That is actually a hole in the wood that got filled with resin.
Nice.
But that's the
Yeah.
one you said you didn't like. That's what makes me laugh.
I-
It's the ugly, you call, I think you referred to it sort of like the ugly stepchild of the group, and that makes me want it more.
That one and this one. Now,
That says a lot about you, John.
See, I actually like
Shut
that.
up, Chris.
I actually like that because that would match the Spartan that I'm about to give away.
I have to sand and repolish this because I tried to put a CA coat on it, and I don't think it came
Hold on,
out.
wait. I don't think I showed this.
Now, when you, with the truckers, just for the people who don't know, you can add, like make it a, either keep the natural finish or you can do like a full nice lacquer over it, right? Like it's,
Generally they all come polished.
okay.
Hey, Mike, that would match the Spartan watch.
It would. Same colors.
Oh.
Yep.
If I win that mod, I might not give you your cruiser because then I have a new mod to put that on.
Yeah. Dude, that door turned out really nice. Me and
This
Chris
is the
went
one
back
I
and
like.
forth on that.
I like this one.
See, there you go. More black. That I'd be happy with.
Yeah, that's the one you wouldn't even let me touch. You're like, nah, mine.
That one, I'll be honest, I am definitely in love with this one.
Ooh.
See, I do like that, but it's,
I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
I like it, but I like having a little bit more resin in mine. I love the hybrid look, the nice contrast.
Yeah, this one, I mean, there's a little bit of this whole front here is resin. That's all resin. And then, of course,
Yeah.
this side here is resin. All that is resin. But I love the way that this turned out. I couldn't be more happy with the desert ironwood look that the way this came out. But those take hours and hours to sand. I'm not going to deny that. It takes hours to sand them.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bill, that side-by-side I got coming from, I think it's Canada.
yeah.
It's supposed to still be here on Friday, but it got lost in the mail after it left the airport in New York.
Great.
So we'll see if we'll see if the United States Postal Service can find it.
I got a special offer. I am the only reviewer who's getting one in advance, but I will. Sorry. I'm the only.
Squeaky toys on us, boys.
No, it's my message alert. whatchamacallit, I'm getting one of the new shift mods from Hummingbird.
Mhm.
The Shift Plus, the 21700.
Yeah.
So I'm on the advanced list for that, but
I like
Gotta
those
talk.
too. Like I've looked at the tech mods and I've looked at a lot of them. And,
well,
I mean,
he and Milo
yeah,
go back and forth. That's why they look so much alike.
yeah.
But his are a lot cheaper than Milo's too.
By the way, congrats on hitting 1K subs, Bill.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Yeah, I finally hit my 1K, so
Now everybody go and subscribe.
I think I. And
Yeah,
then
as soon as the giveaway's done, boys, then we can fuck off.
oh, I
Narnia.
know everybody's gonna do it. I can see it coming already. That's why I
I
was like, you
think
know what?
I
I'll let it run
joined-
for another week or two. I'll enjoy it while I have 1,000. See how much advertisement I can get out of it by saying I have 1,000 subs now. But
line up those
Yeah.
reviews while you got them.
exactly.
I mean, I'm not
So-
really sure how you can translate 1,000 subs into your day job of working the street corner, but maybe you can.
Hey, you know what? That's okay if your mom doesn't like me encroaching on her property.
Man, why does everyone target Tiny?
Everybody tag Tiny, okay?
I don't even know her. I was like,
Sad part is I do know her personally.
No,
Yeah, Mike
I'm from
does.
Jersey. I just target the mom right away. Just cuts them off at the knees.
I mean, you can't really cut Tiny off at the knee. She's already like what, a foot tall?
And she's already knee high.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike
God.
knows that she can't sit at Mike's bar because she'd have to take a running leap and try and Tarzan climb up his bar chairs. She can barely see over the counter.
She usually sits on the couch when she comes up here, and her feet dangle like a child.
I can just see it.
He's not lying. I mean, last year
funny.
for her birthday, she wanted me to buy her a booster seat for her car.
Nice.
Oh God.
Does she have to do the hip thrust to get off the couch?
She has to take a running leap to get in her little recliner.
So the trick I have, if you need a booster seat for her car, is there's a company called Comfy Life. It's really weird. Hold on, I'll show you what they make. I use it when I'm
Don, you're
sitting at the
pulling away my
computer for a
focus.
long time.
What am I doing, Chris?
You're pulling away my focus with that green and all the flashy lights. I'm getting excited.
This is memory foam. They're like $40. But
That's
they're-
when Bill gets his hemorrhoid flare.
Yeah,
I need
I was
to
just gonna say-
stack like 4 of those on top of each other though, and like Velcro them together.
Dude, see how much higher it puts me?
I mean,
It like raises you 4 inches.
the funny thing is, 4'11.5" woman driving a bloody old school Grand Marquis. Like,
Oh,
it's,
hell yeah.
it's a
But the funny part is,
stereotypical thing.
if you put stuff under her butt to raise her up to see over the wheel, you're gonna have to put fucking 4x4 blocks on the bottom of her shoes so she can reach the pedals.
I was thinking of getting her those hand pedals. I mean, the funny thing, right? So, you know, every one of my friends, we all give her shit, and it's all in good fun. But she made this point like a month ago that, oh, you know, I'm not that small. I mean, I'm gonna look up the American Little People Association. I guarantee you their requirements are like 6 inches lower. Turns out she's only a half inch away from joining as a
So-
full member of the American Little People
So
Association.
give her another couple of years for her spine to compress with
Yep.
age, and she'll make it.
Exactly.
She'll be.
I immediately put it in my will that even if I were to pass, one of my friends is to register her the moment she hits the requirement.
That's rude.
I don't want to be that person.
Okay, so like I said, I've met his mother, and his mother is a very, very sweet lady. And it is just awful what everybody says about your mom, John.
See,
You know why she's sweet?
I
Because
feel
at
like-
her size, she's afraid of everybody.
no,
She
the thing
can't
is,
afford to be mean.
I know Mike's, you know, darker nature here, so I think he's taking the fedora route of trying to figure out a way to tap that. Next thing you know, he's going to introduce my mom in the store as "milady."
Oh, you're right.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of magic
Not
your
about the
mom has that
destination,
everybody
it's about
talks
the
about banging
travel.
your mom.
The thing is, it's not like 1 or 2 people. We're looking at 16 people who are in line to tap that, and it's hilarious because now you know they're all trying to fight for stepdad rights, like what position of stepdad they are.
I think because she's so tiny, they just want to hit it for the freak factor. It's like every guy goes through that phase. I want to tap a midget just to try it.
Well, it's still not as bad as what Colton said like 2 weeks ago to Ken. He's like, I'm gonna make sure your mother eats a pork chop so she has more oinkin for the boinkin. Poor tiny man. She never catches the break. But she's a good woman. Like when I was young, she helped raise a couple of my friends who had like bad home lives, and every Wednesday for every kid in the neighborhood, she put on like a giant pot of spaghetti because she knew a lot of, you know, the kids around me, we weren't, you know, we didn't have good home lives, whatever. So everyone would just come over to my house for spaghetti Wednesdays for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, she's been like, it was a big ass pot, like 4 or 5 boxes of noodles.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that nowadays.
No, not nowadays. For one, it'd be really expensive, and for two, you know, Michigan's kind of frowned upon for things like that at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, did you see the price drop on these? Did you see the price drop?
I'm good. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they got them down to $132 now. I was like,
not
holy,
bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Considering when they first came out, they were 200 and change.
I'm still, yeah. No, I'm still saying if I send you that side by side, I'll probably never see it again. You'll just send me a PayPal invoice like, here you go, here's your money.
Yep, there you go.
We're even.
Yeah, I got a new one coming from the guy who made these history mods. He's got a new one coming out. He said it was the first week of August. I think it's delayed by a couple days, but he said it's going to be coming. So.
You got
no,
in that,
I think I'm buying a trucker, and I'm probably buying a crown too, and then I'll see if somebody else wants that serial number 1.
Crucify you, Chris.
I think I'm gonna buy a trucker too.
You should.
Sure.
So how does that work? Do you just take money out of your wallet and like put it back in?
Well, hold on. Dustin earlier said I need to get a trucker, and I said, well, yeah, so do I. Because every one I've ever owned somehow ends up in somebody else's hands, and I know.
So if you buy yourself a trucker, are you charging yourself RRP or are you charging cost?
I give myself a handy for it.
Give yourself a handy for it.
I mean, just sit on one hand for like an hour. It'll become numb. It'll feel like another person's giving it to you.
Stranger.
No, I really like that crown though. I mean, the fact that you're doing 21,700 just sells me.
Yeah, I want one, but I also want him to make like the crowns out of like polished aluminum.
Yeah, different metal.
I think that would be badass.
Now, for in the future, and this is just me as an uneducated person, but I know in computers you can get a USB extender ribbon to where you plug it into the USB on a board and extend it out to where you can get a further different located port. Could you do that with something like a DNA 60? Okay.
Okay, so let me educate you here, young grasshopper.
I ain't that young.
Motherfucker, you're still wet behind the ears. Okay, now this is going to be a DNA 40 small screen, so it ain't going to actually have the holes in it.
Yeah.
On the bottom of this board here, there's usually a bunch of little pinholes where
There's like
this little
6 of them.
monstrosity plugs into it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of taps in there like that. And then you run your wires to wherever you want the USB plug to stick out. It is a standalone. I can have it as far away, as close as I want it. I can literally run it anywhere I want to fucking run it.
Yeah.
Problem is I've made the mod so small and so compact, I really don't have anywhere to put it. There's one place I'm
Yeah,
looking
unless you run it straight off the side or something.
Yeah, that's the one place I'm looking at is possibly being able to run it behind the board and have it come out the side. But once again, I have to make sure that it's going to fit.
Yeah.
I mean, the drop
Yeah,
you
you don't
have
want it to
on
get
it
in the way
already
of
is
the-
really nice.
I think the drop is
No,
fine.
that fits
for,
perfect for me.
Yeah, it's fine for the tall tanks, and it's fine for even the shorter tanks if you want to put like a 10 millimeter heat
Yeah,
sink
you
on
just
it.
throw a riser on.
Yeah,
Or
you
even
wanna-
just like a tall drip tip, like some of the old school like MTL
Well,
drip tips.
if you look at this, see the heat sink right here?
Hmm.
So if I didn't use that heat sink, this tank would be down here. So
Yeah.
I put that on there so it lifts the tank up so it looks proper on the side by side.
Does that add any voltage drop?
Nope.
Not on
No,
It's
it's a
a
direct
regular-
copper contact.
Okay.
a board, so it
Mark?
wouldn't matter anyway.
That would be awesome if they put a Wi-Fi connection for eScribe on the DNA 60. It'd be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah,
mean,
but
they
imagine
tried
that box
something-
that'd have to go inside your mod.
They tried something similar with like the Bluetooth on the old Smoke X Cube 2 and X Cube Ultra, and then the
Also the swell.
and on the G class. There was the app on the G class for a while.
Oh wait, here, let's do this. Hold on. Show off
couldn't
a
get
little
the-
bit of the unreleased shit.
You couldn't get that to connect though.
Show off. Speaking of Bluetooth, show off the unreleased stuff. That's
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm still trying to get them in my
Oh, I
stores.
saw
I've
that.
got 2 customers waiting on them.
When's
Call your
the,
buddy. Give them a
when's the
hand.
review
Tell them
going
to
up on
send
it?
me out 2. I'll pay for them and allow me to sell them to my customers.
direct from Roy because Tony called him up and told him, dude, you screwed him twice. How about you fucking send him out a Pulse too? And I got it 4 days later.
Oh, wait, Roy has them?
Roy has them.
Well, there you go.
It's only a 40-minute
I got
drive.
mine from my V Pro.
Tell
Is there-
Tony to call Roy. Tell Roy that I'm coming to pick him up. I'll pick him up in person. It's only 40 minutes away. Jonathan Troy.
Okay, it's fair enough. Fair enough. Troy isn't that far, but the question is it even worth the gas money to do that considering it's only for 2?
Oh, I'll pick up like 10.
Yeah, these are gonna go.
Okay, fair enough.
These, dude, the resin on these is fucking beautiful. It
What
feels
did you
great.
do with that button? The little bubble that was in it. Did that ever come out?
Yeah, it actually came
Yeah,
out. It's right there where my thumb rests. So I can still feel it, but I just hit it with a little bit of I have some really like some little tiny 2-inch by 2-inch sanding pads that go down in grit. So I just grabbed one that matched about the feel of this and I just like rubbed it a little bit and it smoothed it right out.
You know, those are called micro mesh pads, Bill.
You're an expert at rubbing things out, Bill.
Yeah.
How do you think he
You can
gets his
ask your
mods
mom,
for
I rubbed that little man in the boat.
How do you think he gets his mods for me? Everybody's got to rub a little bit to get something out of me.
I tried sanding that little button down as fast as I could.
Apparently, I have to do a little bit more to get that home. I feel like I might have to get down on my knees.
It's kind of like a genie, you know? Rub it and see what comes out.
I shouldn't talk like that. My son's in the chat. Jesus Christ.
He's old enough. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's old enough.
He's already corrupt.
He's married himself, so
He's already learned how to rub it out.
Yeah.
yep.
If he's married, he's already learned. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Has
So-
the Hera mod shown up, Bill?
No. From what
Wow.
I was told, they were ordered and they're shipped, but they're not in yet.
I've been seeing people post all day about getting theirs, and I'm just like, I'm
I'm
considering
fucking
placing an order for
pissed.
mine.
I'll be honest with you. I love Mike Gallagher in the Side by Sides group, and he was one of the first guys to post a group buy for it. And I'm like, I'm on it, done. And the fucking his group is going to be the last one to get it, and I'm
Yeah.
not happy about it.
And one
You
of the
know,
reasons I
that's
haven't
the
ordered
fucking
one is I'm waiting for your review.
That, you know, I had that problem with my first Hadley Titanium. I got into a group buy. I paid $155 for it with shipping.
Yeah,
That's not too bad, yeah.
I had a customer come in and I told him, I said, yeah, I got on a group buy of it. He said, man, I want to see it when it comes in. I said, all right. He comes back a week later. He has one. He goes, I found one for sale. I hadn't even got my group buy one.
yep.
I
I've
was
seen that with a couple of the group buys.
furious.
Did you just buy that off of him? Just be like, you know what? Screw this group buy. I'm
No,
taking this.
I waited for mine, but I was so pissed.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't remember who was. Oh, Matt Carter got that all connected up for me, and I kept getting mad up, and I'm like, dude, I've got customers coming in. They've already got them. How come I don't got mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I mean, I'd be pissed too.
It infuriated me. But then I finally sold that one to somebody. I don't even remember who bought it.
Yeah, that's the one that you originally had when I met you, right? And then you got the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I got from Mark.
Yep.
Mark was dumb for giving that up.
Give him what up?
The prototype
Yeah, that XXX or the 01.
zeroed out. Yeah, but that's okay because he gave it to somebody that will probably cherish the shit out of it forever.
Yeah, that thing's getting buried with you more than likely.
Like I said, it's back on my mod again.
I don't understand why it never went off. I mean, you love that thing to death.
Because I built the rewick, and the rewick was giving me
Rewick,
the
pretty nice.
exact same flavor. So it was like, okay, well, I've got the rewick down here now. I'll just leave this one on here for now. It was, I'll be honest,
Yeah.
the rewick has the exact same flavor as I get from my Hadley TI. So if you can't get a Hadley, get a rewicked. You won't let
If you can find one.
Yeah, if
Yeah, I
you
was gonna
can
say,
find
good
one.
luck finding one.
The only thing I've seen new out there is the wicked with a T, RDTA. I have not seen.
No, that I don't like that one.
Yeah.
The rewicked is hard to get, and of course, you know, I got the one that was.
I have the original Wicked
my
with
way
the
to fuck
D,
your bitch.
and that one, that Wicked, the Wicked, the original one with the D, I actually have that one, and its permanent residence is on top of my Widowmaker.
That was the single side
they're
airflow,
nice.
and I didn't like that.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
you
Mark?
didn't like the dog whistle?
No,
Now I got a dog whistle right here, the Narca.
rape
That's
whistle.
the
Mark, I think you do have one more that I need to steal from you, one of these days.
what's that?
He says he has another one that's better than the prototype.
Oh, yeah.
Another hat.
And I'm gonna be honest. I want his Mukumi ring and I want a fucking Mukumi drip tip.
I don't
And
know.
that's
For
going
my
to
drip
cost you
tips,
some serious scratch.
Dom got me
Send you over there
addicted
to
to
blow 'em
these.
for me.
Dom got me addicted to these. I got these. These are from Siam drip tips. Dude, they are the most comfortable fucking drip tips.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. If you look, the two mods I vape the most,
Yeah.
they have doodad fucking drip tips on them. I am more than happy with Dave's drip tips.
Yep,
Now my
right there.
rewicked RTA has the stock Altum one, but I like Dave's tips.
Hold
But
on, I
just
gotta
a
show
tip.
you.
Any more than that, I don't know what's happening.
This is a drip tip that I thought about Mike when I bought it.
That's my perfect height.
Yep.
And that's
And
what I
it's
thought.
the
Dave,
Sin
what do
City
you-
style. I showed it to Mark because he got that Sin City Spartan from Chris. I was like, this drip tip on any Addy is gonna be perfect for that mod.
You know what, Mark?
The only problem is the drip tip cost me fucking $20.
Mark, I'm gonna have to send you a Sin City ink pen to match that.
Wow. Dick. He
The
knows I want.
chilling is real.
He knows I want that pen. I want that pen so bad.
I mean, he has to hit you back for how much you've been ruining him about the crowd.
And that one takes the G2 inserts, right?
And it's a twist.
I want that fucking pen so bad. I'll take it with the twist if you let it go. I want that pen so bad.
You know, what I need to do is just go make me a new one.
No.
Yeah. I've been waiting for a fucking
Just go
pen from
finish
him for
something else.
longer than the Crown. That's been since the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
I made those other blocks, but I don't think they
I was
came
just-
out the same.
I just know that after you nicked your thumb,
I was gonna say, I
you
think-
stopped doing pens.
You know, and I don't get it. It was my finger, but I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not worried about kicking on the lathe. I'm not worried about turning anything. It was just like something inside just turned off.
Yep.
And I don't know why. I mean, hell, I went back out there and finished cutting the blocks with a fucking bandage like this big on my finger. What
Oh,
happened?
I remember that injury.
I was cutting blocks on my table saw, and my hand was back at my stomach. And when the access cutoff came through, it shot back and it clipped the tip of my finger and took the tip of my finger right off.
That's the one where when I was in there with Tiny, she was taking a look because she was really concerned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
yeah.
took the tip of my finger off. And ever since then, I think I've turned 2 pens since then. I don't know why. And I wasn't even on the lathe.
It might be more, think like a writer's block, but for creatives, because you
Yeah.
know a lot of artists, because you can call you can call it art. You're creating something that is to be appreciated. It's not just for form and function. It's more aesthetics. And so
My
you
finger's
might be
back to normal.
suffering from a creative block.
Something
Yeah, well-
happened that night that
You
I
know,
have.
one traumatic event will change things for you.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
PTSD for a pen.
I'm, considering one traumatic event changed things for him, I'm surprised he can still be around cock so much. I mean, after an event like that,
See, that's what that drip tip looks like on the .aio.
oh, that looks clean.
You need some matching doors to go with it.
I actually like the clear. That's why I kept it, because you know me what my
No,
blue,
no,
that's
Bill.
why-
Bill, you want clear and Sin City mix.
Yes, that would be really nice, but yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah, I don't know if something clicked mentally with me. Something.
So you can just you don't have to turn a pen for me. You can just give me that Sin City pen and I'll shut up from then on.
because it's the most perfect one.
No, it's horrible. I'll take the throwaway. It's all good.
It's horrible.
Had to try. I mean, come on.
He has been trying for this pen for months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can
We
confirm.
had 2 pens come out of this blank. I have one, and my daughter's boyfriend's dad has one. He got it for a Christmas gift.
Like for the people in chat who've never actually got to see one in person, like they are so well built.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I got one as a promotion / Christmas gift for a friend of mine. He uses it every single day.
That pen he's holding is the one I want. That is the only one I want.
Yeah.
And Bill's already bought 2 of them.
Yep.
You just
And I
doesn't
didn't
have
get to keep either one of them. I bought them
Yeah.
both for because I'm the lead medical assistant for the doctor I work for, and I'm the guy who does basically everything. I can reduce broken bones, you know, put shit back where it belongs, assist in surgery if I need to, stuff
Okay.
like that. But there's 2 assistants under me, and those guys really have my back. So if I have to go do a side project, they cover the clinic while I'm gone. So I bought them each a pen as a Christmas gift to say thank you for all the shit they do for me.
All right, Bill. Not only did I stop making pens, I stopped selling them too.
Look at it, he's got a
Yeah,
whole
you still
stack.
have all the original pens. That's almost all the original pens that you had when I first ordered mine.
Well, I've sold a few since then, but
Yeah.
I might need to snap one up for myself now. I
I
don't really
need
have
the
a
one
use
that
for a
takes
pen, but I
G2
kind of want one.
G2 inserts because I am a G2 guy. I love my G2 pens. You know, those Pilot pens are perfect for what I do. I only write in blue ink. Everybody in my company, everybody at my office uses black ink. I use blue. And the reason why we do that is because when Dr. Stewart comes up and says, well, this was done wrong, who did this? Well, it's in black ink, so it wasn't me.
no, here's the screw up. Here's the one that didn't work when we tried to replicate the Sin City.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it turned out too pink.
And not blotchy enough, more swirly.
Yeah.
Dave just X1 for a pen, Mike.
Hey, Dave, if you would like to purchase a pen, feel free to contact me. I can get you some pictures and we can get something going.
Speaking of which, chat, we didn't do a show off of what mods we're using tonight. So go ahead and put in chat what mods are vaping on tonight.
We also didn't do the giveaway yet either.
Yeah, we got to do the giveaway.
I didn't even know if we were going to do a giveaway. There's only, what, 11 people in the fucking group?
You got to cock tease them a little more. Come on.
I may have to switch out.
We got 10 people in.
Well, it'll be an easy one. You only have to pick 1 through 10.
That is Banks of Pod with white resin.
Technically, I think there's only going to be 6 people in the running because 4 of the people who are watching are in the actual show right now, and we're out.
I don't want anything. I'm good.
No, I won't do giveaways if there's less than 20 people in the group now.
Hey, who's Irish?
Oh,
Anybody
I
here?
got a
that-
Tetra.
I don't think that'd be fair. Yeah, that's a nice looking little pen. Little too bulbous for me,
That's
but
a-
I like it.
I was gonna say that's a fatty. That reminds me of the stuff I used to roll back in the day.
This is the Irish colors.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I am Irish, so that is attractive.
Anything with wood gets you hard, man.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, apparently Dave's Irish as well.
That one's nice too.
I'll see you guys Thursday. I gotta go put my kids to bed.
All right, brother.
Chris. I'll catch you Thursday, brother.
I'll bug you during the week and just show you the Hoku again.
I hate you.
Good night, guys.
All right,
Good
man.
night, sir.
I actually have some really sick blinds that I want to turn into pens. I just have to get down there and do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one more. I put this
Mike.
one on sale.
Mark, if you're still in the chat, I feel like torturing, Mike a little bit here. So shoot me a price on that, because if I got that before Mike, I know he would kill me, but it'd be worth the joke.
All stab wood with just a little bit of resin up in the top.
That's nice.
That is very nice.
And then I made this beautiful stab wood and resin stand for it for display. Yeah, but I literally stopped selling them. I don't show them off. I don't advertise them. I tried in that one group, the aristocrats group,
Yeah.
but nobody ever bid on anything.
You
No,
should
I agree.
waffle a couple of them off in the EVC group. By the way, guys, I'm a shill, so if you haven't joined EVC group on Facebook, there you go.
Or Cooper's
Yeah, I
Vaping View on YouTube, or
Well, I figured they would already know Cooper's Vaping View on YouTube because they're on Cooper's Vaping View on YouTube.
or Fishbone Mods.
Yeah. Fishbone mods. Get in Dom's group.
Or John's Strip Club.
Hey, man. 2 for $5 drinks on Saturdays.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I definitely.
It's a bit out of my price range, Mark.
I have got to get that damn Sin City pen off of you.
What did you just try to buy off Mark?
I don't have the cash for Mark. Mark, if you're still in the chat, send Mike the pictures. We gotta stop torturing him. Let him screen share him. He wasn't lying though. I can tell you that much. He was not lying. It is better than the one you have.
Uh-oh. I don't know what he has. I don't remember.
I don't either, and I may have seen it before, but
Yeah, Mark has some sneaky nice mods and addies.
This one's probably the nicest Addy I've ever seen.
Dave, it's Natty Ice.
Natty Ice.
That is Natty Ice and GameCube.
I haven't had a beer in so long.
Yeah, John's idea of his own strip club is you come over to his house, you drink a couple Natty Ices, and then you turn on the computer and you play what was it? Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards. Is that his TI?
One of only 15 handmade in the USA.
Yes, that is a unicorn right there.
Yeah. I feel like that's the Hadley of all Hadleys right there.
That is. That's a pretty fucking Addy.
Okay, so it is. It really is. And I won't deny that. I already have the cap from it.
Yeah,
He got me the black Mac and Buddy cap.
Oh. Yeah.
See, that's the heartbreaker about those. See, now I love the Addy, and I think it's great that they did it in the titanium, and it looks wonderful. But as soon as you put a cap on it, you can't tell what the fuck it is anyway. So,
I mean,
I know what it is.
if
Yeah.
I were to spend that much on an Addy, I don't know if I could ever use it. I'd be so afraid about scratches.
Okay,
or
so
any
so
kind of
here's
wear
the
and
thing.
tear.
I paid way up on this Addy. I mean, I traded a Widowmaker for it. I
course,
made a
no.
Widowmaker in trade for it. So essentially a $240 trade there.
No, absolutely, and that is spot on for a prototype.
You're right.
especially
And I have zero, when he asked me and I said, not a problem. I am good with it.
yeah.
So I definitely paid up for it. And then I paid up for the cap too, because, well, kind of. I gave a ton of juice for it. Even more than he was asking for, actually. But at the end of the day, I don't give two shits what I paid for it.
Yeah.
Because every penny to me, I have been on this, and that was the thing. It was brand new in the box when I got it. He never built on it.
Yeah.
So I did a video when I first got it in, calling him out saying, well, I've got the balls to do something you ain't never done before. And I built it, and I juiced it, and I fired it right up on the camera. Just for Mark.
I remember that video.
Right. And as you see Mark's other one, I can almost guarantee he's probably never built on it.
There's some incredible addies out there that, you know, whether it's finishes, like for me, I would, and I know people don't like the Hive, but I've always liked the Damascus Hive. I love Damascus steel. I'm a killer for that. I like Makomigane, but it's Damascus for me, or Timascus.
Damascus is nice too.
Yeah. I mean, I like, especially with knives, Damascus blades for knives are great.
Yeah, but if they're done correctly, because if you don't heat treat them properly, they will delam right between the fucking layers.
Yeah. I've bought a handmade one before as a gift for someone, but if I were to buy a Damascus blade, it would never be something I carried as a daily. It'd be something, you know, more like an heirloom. I abuse my daily carry knives.
Here's the question though, Mark. There's a build in it. Did you fire it? Did you vape on it? Ding dong. That looks like a pretty damn clean coil in there, like done for.
He probably fucking put the coil in there and fired it a couple times just to turn it blue and stuff, make it look all pretty.
Just for the fancy pics.
Do it for the gram like a teenage girl.
So take for example though, I used my $155 Hadley titanium with my Chris Munn bell cap, or my Chris Munn cap, until I got this. And up until the Rewicked took over for a couple months, this is wholeheartedly my main go-to RDA. The only thing I vaped on, except for that Rewicked.
Yeah.
And either or, it doesn't matter to me because they vape exactly the same to me.
Speaking of shockers, Mark turned me on to a deal that I don't think the guy knew what he had, but there's a guy selling Narca fucking caps, and there's a bell cap in there, and it looks like a Chris Munn cap, and I got it for $20.
I sold my Chris Munn cap. I threw it in with the sale of the TI. And I paid
get like 40. You can get like 40, $50 for a Munn bell cap by itself.
I spent 50 on it alone, but I rocked it for over a year and a half.
Yeah, so this is where you guys go above my current level. I'm only just starting to dip my toes in the realm of the higher end.
There's so many cap makers out there.
Yep.
The original was Chris Munn.
Yes.
He did the original caps for all kinds of mods, and you paid a premium. And if you had a Chris Munn, it didn't matter what was under the cap.
Nope.
You were high class. He was the epitome of high class caps when he first came out. If you had a Chris Munn cap on it, your value of your mod went up regardless.
Yep.
A good portion for having a Chris Munn cap on it. And you
Yes.
remember the clear cap I had, John?
Yeah.
That was my Chris Munn cap.
Okay.
You say Chris Munn, and you might as well just say it was plated in gold.
Do you
Yes.
still make caps to this day?
Yes.
Yep. He doesn't make as many. They're very far and few between, but he makes them.
Right, Dave. The old glass caps for the belt caps for the K funds.
Yep.
Fucking were the shit.
Yeah, it changed the fucking. It was kind of like when Tyler redid the caps for the Tobinos and the fucking Pulse mods. Completely changed the game. Or not the Pulse mod. The Tobino and the B2K.
Yeah, the B2K.
The Squonk Donkey cap for the B2K completely changed. You got more flavor out of it, more dense vapor out of it. It was fucking
I mean,
crazy.
whenever you vape something with a glass cap, I mean, even with an RTA, like this is a glass V2.
Yeah.
And because when the VG coats the interior of the cap, you don't get as much flavor condensate running back down. You know, the vapor actually just gets shot straight up, and so you get a much more concentrated flavor. Like I run the same juice on a say 80 to 90% of my mods. Spring Wells, something that Mike puts together. And in every single addy, it tastes slightly different, but with the glass, completely different notes because of the glass inner. And I never experienced something that changed it that dramatically before, because I know that flavor like the back of my hand.
Okay, so take for example, I used to have a Kennedy comp, and I had the Trinity glass slam cap for it. Favorite RDA of all time with that cap. If I could find a glass cap for my Hadley or my Rewicked, it would be end game.
Oh yeah.
End fucking game. Game over.
Yeah, but you have that. Who was that one fucking Trinity US? Those guys fucking. They were making the fucking copies of the original Trinity glass, and none of them fit what they were supposed to.
Well, I had Trinity glass.
From the real Trinity glass.
It came from ECC.
Yeah.
They were out here at ECC Detroit, and I bought it for $25, and it was phenomenal.
What year of ECC was that, Mike?
16.
Fuck, I probably passed by you and didn't see you because I was there on the B2B day.
It was the very first year.
Oh, maybe it was 17 for me. Yeah, it was 17 for me.
Yeah, 16. I've been there 16, 17, and 18, and then 19 they didn't come.
Okay, so for the people who've never been to vape conventions, I'm just going to give you a fair warning. This is my first ever convention. I was hyped up. You know, I just got first job in the industry. And I went on the business to business day. And for those who don't know, on the business day, everyone wants you to try their products. Everyone wants you to give you stuff. So after about 6 or 7 booths of trying all their juice, not realizing I should not be trying it in nicotine, I started getting really buzzed. But I'm like, I'm a trooper. I've only hit like 1 row. And by this point, mind you, the little backpack I brought was filled up. And, I had booths give me 3 more backpacks. So I had 4 full backpacks on my back full of free stuff by my 11th booth. But I got so nicked out of my mind, left the convention center at Cobo Hall, went to the first chair I saw, sat down, called up my buddy Sean, who Bill and Mike know here, and had to talk with him for like 2 hours because I was just shaking like a feather. Don't when you're trying stuff at conventions, zero nick, boys. Zero nick.
Okay, so with the conventions, I don't have an issue with getting nicked out. I'm drunk within the first 20 minutes that I'm there. Because the first thing we do is we walk straight to the liquor booth. I get 2, slam them, go back, get 2 more, slam them real quick, get 1 to walk around with.
Yep.
And I sip on that for about 5 minutes, and then I'm turning around, going back and grabbing another one. I'm usually drunk when I'm at those shows.
I mean, I didn't even realize until when I was leaving that Kobo had a bar where I could have bought beer. I was so pissed.
I got a question for you. Did you park on the upper structure in the garage?
I didn't park anywhere. I Ubered up there.
Okay, so we parked on the garage of Kobo Center, and they're to come down, it's a swirly ramp.
Yeah.
And it's very, very tight. I had stopped drinking about 2 hours before we were coming home. And so I jump in the truck and I fire it up and I'm going to start down the ramp. And this ramp, and I'm in my big ass Expedition.
Oh,
and I
boy.
swear to God, I fought hard to hold it in that fucking lane going down the ramp. Lloyd, my business partner, Lloyd, looks at me and he goes, dude, if you hear a scrape, you know you made it, you got a little too close.
Oops.
I do, because I was still buzzed up. So I get down to the bottom of the ramp and I pull over and I look at the wife and I go, I think you're driving.
Is that
was down the fucking ramp?
Is that the same white one that you have now? The same one I see you always park? Oh, yeah. You would have, you didn't have much clearance there because I have been in that parking deck back when Joe Louis was around, the Joe Louis Arena. What the hell, man? Though,
Yeah, I think I was still pretty inebriated.
To be
But
fair,
I drove on the ramp.
to be fair, you know the parking garage across the street from Kobo?
Mhm.
That's normally where we'd park as when I was a kid when we go to see games or stuff like that. Cheaper rates. The people there were good, and never do we ever have a problem with like people
I pay
breaking
$5
into
and
our
I
shit.
pull it right up to the door.
Wow.
Mark.
Wow, Mark.
What?
I just got
Holy shit, that hurt.
Oh, damn.
And then John freezes.
savage. Like Thursday all over. Fuck my life.
Fuck.
Man. You know, I
Giving
thought
up my
Tuesday was-
savage title to Mark tonight.
I thought Tuesday was a safe place. This is a Thursday Zoom.
Wow, that was hardcore.
That was,
Yeah, that was a bit savage. I give you props to that, Mark.
that was below the belt, man.
Mark,
Jesus.
Mark, he would use the one wheel. For some reason, it's
Bill,
always
Bill.
on the bottom.
Bill, I don't think there is a below belt for me. Do you really think I could fit in a belt?
He's hitting below the fupa.
That was good, Mark. That was definitely good. That actually brought a tear to my eye.
Brought a tear to my eye. Jesus Christ, that hurt my stomach. Jesus.
Holy shit. Oh man.
Thank you for that, Mark. That was needed. Oh shit, I just realized this is dry.
Oh my god.
Dude, I do love that about this little thing. Just pop.
Is that how the tank is?
What?
Why do you take it apart?
It's
No, it's a pod. This is a pod.
It's a pod tank. It uses the PNP coils.
See? You just snap it into, it's got a 510 here with the airflow, and the whole thing, it uses the coil, and there's a little fill plug right there. You
No
just
shit.
snap it on, and you got a tank. It's actually a cool little design.
Yes, Mark. That was below the conveyor belt.
Wow.
Wow. Holy shit.
Mark's on a roll tonight.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was like, fuck, he's on a roll.
Worst part is, though, is he knows this all from experience.
Hey, man, you don't want to get me started on a roll, end up like Indiana Jones all over again.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
You see what happens when Dom isn't here, everyone?
See, John would fucking, John would hate the Vegas convention because the way they run it here, the only place to park is like a fucking half-mile walk. And that's just to get to the front of the convention center. Then when you get inside,
I wish I could afford to go to the Vegas convention.
I really wish you would. You guys have no idea. Dude, it is so big and it's crazy.
If they have one after this whole shutdown shit, I mean, I could literally take an Amtrak out to Vegas for $100.
Yep.
It'd be worth it to go to a convention.
I may, if they have Foxwoods.
See, I can't go to that. That would cost me, I already figured it out with flight and everything. It would cost me $3,000 out of pocket just to get there and home. That's
Well,
not
what it
including
cost when I was going to do that show in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Wait, Mark, it's not me who falls asleep in recliner. Let's get this straight.
Yeah, no, that's definitely Bill. Just
Yep.
like this.
Yeah.
Out.
Every week there has to be someone who falls asleep during the live, whether it's Sean, whether it's Bill. Hell,
Yep.
even Mike one week nearly fell asleep.
Oh, I never fall asleep.
You were
I
close. You were close this past Thursday. You were getting there.
And I said, guys, I'm going to bed. I'm fucking tired. I don't just snuggle up in my chair, start sucking my thumb like Bill does, and go to sleep while he's still on camera.
Sucking his thumb. I thought he was sucking something else.
It don't reach that far.
I feel bad for the newbies in here. The uninitiated.
Yeah, just for anybody that cares, we do a live Zoom out of the EVC Mods Facebook group every Thursday night, and it's generally this. You're welcome to come into the chat room, rip on John, talk about doing his mom. You know, that's pretty much what the night goes to, and we have a good time with it every Thursday night. Everybody's welcome to actually come on live with us, and we fill the room because our Zoom holds up to 100 people. So we get in there.
The thing with tonight is, you know, Dom's not here. Normally it's Dom, Riggin, Mike, and Bill here. They brought me in just like in real life. I was the bench warmer.
Read what Mark just wrote.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Mark's trying to fucking roll tonight, boy. I'm telling you. Bill. Mark
I'm
says
sorry,
John
messages.
fell at the football game and the marching band skipped.
Jesus.
He's got it out for you tonight, John.
I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, perfect timing.
Screenshot it. Screenshot it.
Got it.
Fuck, I did.
I was loading up my sniping tool.
Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. And you know Mark probably screenshot that because just give it like 5 minutes. I'll get a bunch of flood of memes in my messenger.
You'll be hanging out with Jay Hayes.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Whatever happened you guys doing the beards for Hayes, the beards for tots?
That's more towards Christmas time, and we got to work out some details.
I feel like I could join in that, but I feel like I'd also need to gain another 30 pounds to act like Jay.
You know, I will say he got the trucker. He loved it. He raved about it in the video, and then said it's going to sit on the shelf and he's never going to touch it again.
I mean, you might see it on the shelf during reviews, though.
No, it's off to the side.
Oh, okay.
He has a special shrine for his daughter, and like I said, I was honored to do it. I would have liked to get a little bit more noticeability off of it, but I do understand why he didn't review it or why he won't vape on it. I do understand it. I fully do get it. But I was wanting a little more.
And I mean, that's understandable. I mean, maybe send him a crown, just a basic crown. I'm sure, you know, his channel will probably still be around in 2 years. I can slap back, man.
What? Where?
John, eat another fucking donut.
There we go. So let's see. I'm
Oh,
so
no.
sorry, John.
Oh no. Oh,
So when you
sweet
froze,
Christ.
I screenshotted it, clipped it, and sent it to Mark.
Oh God.
Mark, as soon as you get that done, send it back to me or Bill so we can post it live.
Yep.
Why do I hang out with you degenerates?
Fuck this jelly donut eating motherfucker.
I'm gonna snip this. I'm gonna just like put the little like princess crown, like not even a crown, like it's gonna be a coronet on you.
He's gonna get a full fucking diadem. The the
Yeah.
little frills in there with diamonds on it.
My special little princess.
I still, you know what picture I still have sitting on my computer? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it.
It better not be me.
And by the way, Chad, this is normally tame compared to Thursdays.
Yes.
This is still pretty tame. You come to Thursdays, come ready for fuckery.
Yeah, no, definitely a lot more of it. But I still say Mark's comment, that one first comment, was definitely top notch on the top.
Hey, Mike, I still have this picture that I haven't released. I've been sitting on it for so long, and I'm gonna release this to Mark.
Oh God.
Send it to me. Oh yeah.
Now you remember.
Oh, that's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be.
I remember that when he froze. Yes, I do.
He froze like that for like 5 minutes. So
I'm screaming,
it.
somebody screenshot it. Somebody screenshot it.
Was that in one of the Thursday groups? I think I remember that.
No, what was that on? Was that on a Thursday night?
I think that was a Thursday Zoom room, like the third one I went to.
Wait a second. What are we looking at here?
Oh no.
I'm sharing it, Bill. All right, hold on a minute.
Oh my God.
That was good.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Ta-da!
Oh Jesus
Oh,
fucking Christ.
Fuck, Mark. Savage. Brutal.
Now, see, you should have had it under that stonks.
Come up. Oh my God. This juice is so good. Mike, did you make this for him?
no.
What juice are you vaping on, Bill?
The Dominic's Kais Rispies. The Kais Rispy squares. It's caramel, marshmallow, stuffed Rice Krispie treats with a drizzle of maple syrup. I thought it was butterscotch. I thought it was supposed to be butterscotch.
I still got to place an order with him. I'm still trying to get used to vaping non-culotta or menthol flavors again. 'Cause I'm so used to menthol.
Yeah. This mod has been my go-to. I just wish I could. I would have developed the taste for the restrictive lung hit, because I used to be a wide open guy. I used to love single coil wide open addies,
and I've had multiple billet boxes, real ones, and I just could never get used to it. I didn't like them. It was a pain in the ass dealing with them.
Did Mike just fart?
No, I
That's
blew
what
my
I think
nose,
it was.
asshole.
You got some toothless asshole talking shit behind your back.
I wish I could fart that loud, damn it.
But so now that I'm into the more restrictive lung hits, now I have to have a fake billet box because I can't afford the real ones anymore. But no, I'm really happy with it. I've loved this thing. It's been great.
I think the billet hype might actually be dying down. Like Chris and I were talking about this yesterday. Every weekend for the past 3 weeks, the boxes have been up for almost 24 hours. Even one time it went more than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen that happen since I first heard about billet. Guys, if you're not already in Dom's group for the juice, just hit up Dom or hit up Riggin. They'll sort you out. I've not personally vaped on it, but as Bill can attest, it's great juice.
Oh, for the SXK, no, I got the
Is that what I think it is?
yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do like it.
Is that the 1 or the 1.2?
The one, the original. Yeah, I can't afford the 1.2. I'm not that important to get in on that list. All right, what do we got now?
I'm sorry, boys. It's Julie handling it. Oh.
Oh no! All right.
Might as well
so-
wait till Mike gets back. He's
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna
gonna
have
want
to
to
wait
see
till
this.
Mike gets back. That's fucking hilarious. I'll wait till Mike gets back before I show that.
I'm coming. I just that print just got done, and I think it's the one I'm going to do for March.
It's okay.
So.
This whole time.
Oh, my phone's banging again. All right, so here we go.
Oh
Share
God.
screen.
God, fucking damn it, Mark.
What a dick. Oh my God, Mark.
It's okay. I'm gonna pause the stream, or when I rewatch it later at awkward places and start firing up some memes for Thursday. Just you wait. Come in. Soon as Mike gives me the host, it's gonna be like 40 of the fuckers.
Hey, Mike. Hold on. One more.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Mark, you're killing it, dude. Oh my God.
Can you guys hear that buzzing noise?
No.
Very mildly with my headset.
That's that ultrasonic
Wait,
cleaner
what's it?
washing that mod that I just came off the printer.
Wait a second. I got like conflicting messages here.
We actually still have 12 viewers. This is what fuckery causes.
Yes.
You know what? It's fun. It's good.
You're all awful people.
Oh, all right.
And this is another benefit too, is where if we want the live show to go a little longer, I have the control of the Zoom as well, so I can carry it over afterwards and the after shows too.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? We need to get Sean in on one of these shows.
Oh yeah.
Chris.
We printed one of these.
Ooh.
What the hell is that? Is that a pen holder?
I feel like this Mike's new sex toy.
I'm trying to figure out what it's for. What do you use it for?
It's just a holder for whatever. I put my mod in it.
Nice. That's kind of badass, actually.
You ever thought of doing like leather sleeves for your trucker? So sort of like, you know, I've been thinking because Bill showed off the Cloud Flask and how it came with the leather sleeve for the outside of it, you know, to keep it nice and protected.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, not if I'm going stabwood, but like if it was a PA12 trucker having a leather sleeve on the outside would be pretty cool.
Oh, that was the thing. Jay pulls the mod out and he looks at it and he goes, oh wow, this is nice. This is really nice. I love the texture. And it's a real suede bag. That's a nice touch. It's a really nice bag.
Yep. Even
Like,
Ryan made good mention of that on the thing. He said that thing is beautiful.
If there's anything to say about Jay, he knows his quality bags.
He loves quality snacks.
Mike got that instantly.
Apple bags. So you know,
speaking of new, I got an email from a company that's what's his name? What the hell is his name? Grim Green just did a review for one of their products, and apparently now I'm gonna do a review for one of their products. Did you see that company putting out the thing where you can wash and reuse your coils? It cleans the cotton inside of them and the coils.
so they're running vodka through it.
I don't know what they're doing. It's you're supposed to fill it with water and it runs, and then you take the coil out when it's done running and it dries it for you as well. And then you set it out for like an hour or two, and then you can put it back in your, and it's for like not regular coils, not hand wound coils for like this stuff.
I wouldn't trust that. I feel like
Actually,
if you run stuff through that, you could get a
Grim
hot
Green-
spot developed.
Grim Green used it for like a week and a half. He said, now granted, the first time you use the coil, you're gonna get like 2 to 3 weeks out of it. He goes, but if you run it through this cleaner, you're only gonna get about an extra week and a half for it.
Well, that's kind of like regular standard tank coils. If you take a tank coil and when it's toasted, if you set it in a glass of alcohol, not isopropyl, but like vodka or Everclear, and you let it sit in there for a day or two, then you take and you shake it out really well inside the fluid. You can take and flip it upside down on a paper towel, let it sit for ignite, and it's reusable, but you're only going to get about 3 or 4 days out of it.
Yeah, this year you get another week and a half out of it.
Yeah, I'm sort of on your side here, Cody. With subcoils being as cheap as they are, if I'm honest, if it's anything more than like $25, I see it as a gimmick.
No, I got what you're saying, but for number one, they emailed me and asked me if I'd review it. I said sure, because everybody knows me. I'm a cheap hoe. I'll fucking take that shit all day. But you know, I do like the fact of, for like your shitty coils, you know, not sounding like an asshole, but if you're one of those dedicated smoke users like the TFV 16 Dragonfire, whatever the fuck it is, firing at 150 watts, you know, I can understand, you know, if you're dedicated and that's all you use, then kudos to you. I mean, I think it's a great idea because of the simple fact, if you used it on all of your coils and you got an extra week and a half out of every coil, you just saved yourself buying coils for the next month. Now, granted, at $15 a pack, it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you use that thing and you get an extra week and a half out of every coil for 6 months, that thing definitely paid for itself.
Do you know what their suggested retail price is for it?
$60.
Oof. At that point, spend the money on a build kit, a cheap Chinese RDA, and some wire.
I agree. That's how I started building. Was I didn't want to buy coils, or when I started vaping, it was clearomizers, and I got tired of them. And that was when somebody showed me how to, you know,
I built my first. I had the old pen, then the Ego style with the fucking the clearomizer on top, and then I switched out, and someone showed me how to take an old mini Mac light and build my own mod, and that's what I did. I modified a flashlight, built my own, and just got an RDA and started making my own fucking coils.
That's for the newer people, if there are any in here. That's why they're called mods. Is literally used to be people modifying things to make vapes back in the day, and that's even before I started.
Yeah.
It's cans, fucking Sucrex cans.
Yep.
Original
Altoids.
Nintendo controllers.
There was a girl who used Altoid containers.
This guy did with a Game Boy.
Yep.
And a Pokeball.
I guess I had a Pokeball. Should I show him? Should I show him the potato, John?
Yeah.
The potato.
Now, before I show this, I had a police officer walk in here.
Mark, yes, he did. I mean,
hey, don't be mad.
He's married. Why do you think he has them?
Okay, so before I show this, I had a police officer walk in here and bring me his mods. And he said, you know, if you can do something with this, or if you can fix this, let's see what you can do. Then he hands me this other mod and he goes, if you want to do something with it, do something. If you don't, put it on your shelf, whatever, throw it away. I don't care. But if you make it a DNA or something, let me know and I'll buy it back.
Yes, VV Novas. Holy shit. There's someone from my era. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, Bill.
Oh my God.
That is fucking awesome. And it works?
Okay, let's see you use it, Mike. I've actually never seen you fire it up.
One time oh no, actually the wire broke. I did cook the MOSFET at one time too. But
damn.
And it's just a positive wire that broke. That literally could be soldered back on in a second.
The question is, did he walk around town with that thing?
I don't know.
Not giving a fuck.
Vape on it. Okay, so I can't say I'd never vape on it because I have vaped on it. Generally, it sits on the shelf in the store just like that, and everybody's like, "Why do you have a Mr. Potato Head?" Well, it's a mod.
And how many people offered to buy it right away?
There's been a few.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of mods that sit on your shelf, the Dreadnought that I gave you 2 years ago that's sitting on your shelf, Bill says he wants to try and build it.
Dreadnought.
Yeah,
one of the things I want to say something in the chat. Mod. I want to say something in the chat. Actually, Big Red, the funny thing is this thing came to fruition right after a couple months ago. Michael remembered because I actually asked him. The Smoke RPM 0.4 ohm coils. There was a severe shortage across the whole world. They didn't have any. You couldn't find it. I actually was looking at a site that had it in Italy, but I would have to pay $30 shipping to get it here in the US for one pack.
Oof.
So Mike helped me out because he had some left over in his shop, but that product came out right after that.
Oh yeah, I
have this piece of shit.
Did you finally figure out how to change the glass? Because I can tell you how to remove it now.
I haven't touched that thing.
The bottom is like the very bottom unscrews.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you were to take it out and just use like a rubber grip, you could actually unscrew the very bottom.
Bet you your mom wishes she probably could have unscrewed your father.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Leave Tiny out of this.
Swallow that.
Sorry, okay. Mark can't have all the fun. I got to take my folks.
Yeah. Speaking of, Mike, I need your help with something that's in your shop that I'm looking right at.
I don't think he sells any 12-inch long black dildos.
You know what? I have to have them in stock for when your mom comes to visit. Jesus.
I mean, if you're that inadequate for when she comes to visit, I mean, I don't have much to worry about then.
Hey, that shit's pretty deep, man. Here, wait. We gotta pull out this mod. Oh, there we go. I always forget which way the battery goes in on this thing. All right, there we go. Plus is down. Magnet's always trying to grab my battery. I had someone actually offer to buy this. I was using it at work the other night.
Oh, is that the one you showed me on Thursday?
Yes. This is the original Smoke Guardian.
Yeah, I would buy that off of you.
Yeah.
If you told
Works
me
great with the black Pioneer RTA on there.
Yeah, if you told me a price, I'd probably buy that off you.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people. They're like, you want to sell that?" I'm like, "Nope." I'm like, I hold it just for nostalgia purposes.
Okay, so that print finally finished. That's what I got up to do.
Yeah.
And everything came out pretty good. There's one side spot that's a little bit off because I heated up the cleaner. But somehow I used the exact same model that I did for the last print. That was perfect, except for the bottom piece. As you can see, the girl, she came out perfectly, right?
Yep.
And this one came out po-high again.
What the fuck?
Oof.
What happened to her back arm?
I don't know.
She went through some trauma. What happened?
Fuck! All right, back to screen sharing.
Oh no. Not again. Or not just as he started screen sharing. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Gave Mark time to think.
Oh my god.
No, Robert, the only difference was one was sitting up on supports and one wasn't. One was right on the build plate.
Wait till Dom hears about how the show went tonight.
This show went fucking sideways.
It really did. It really did.
Wait a second, let's check something. Jesus Christ, what time did we start streaming?
9.
9. We've been going for 2.5.
Damn, Dom would have a heart attack. Our time limit. All right.
I still think that maybe for the future, after shows, like if you guys are sticking to the hour limit, maybe if there's certain guests who want to stay on and maybe answer questions directly with fans, maybe do like an open Zoom room after. That might be a good idea.
We had discussed that, doing like an after show, you know, like but the problem is we've done it where we had an after show afterwards and no one shows up, and that's usually when the funniest shit happens, is in the after show.
Or we're here until 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yes.
You know, 10:30 Bill's time and he's already asleep.
Yep.
Some of us work harder than others.
And I feel bad. I told Ken, Ken was messaging me. I'm like, oh yeah, man, you know, they have a 1 hour time limit on the show, so I'll be there to game with you afterwards.
You know what? And the funny thing is I see a lot of people pop in about halfway through the show, And I think that they're just popping in to see what I'm going to give away.
Oh my God, Mark. Jesus Christ.
So Mark, I think you're gonna get this one because this one came out pretty good. I just need to clean up the bottom and then get it blasted up. But yeah, no, I don't know what happened with that other print. It's kind of discouraging. That's twice that's happened.
So I'm trying to figure out something. Does anybody have the instruction manual for this Guardian?
No.
I could probably find it online. I'll look it up.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because if you pop out the battery inside here, there is, I get the ribbon out of the way. There's a micro USB right in there.
Yes, mock updates.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be son of a bitch. I think I need to glue that one magnet back in. It goes in here, but it's stuck on this one. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Ooh, Big Red just brought up something interesting. Apparently there's a guy called Vape Smarter who makes stabwood e-pipes. And for everyone he sells, he plants 5 trees.
Yes, there is a guy, but the problem is most stabwood e-pipes will cost you about $300 to $400.
I mean, you're paying for quality though. Like if it, I'd rather vape an e-pipe than a regular pipe because, you know, my grandfather, he vaped on a regular pipe, even my father for a while. Like it's something you do to zen out. And so it'd be something I'd keep for a long time. So that's a fair price for a quality piece.
Yeah. I mean, I actually really like this. It's comfortable in the hand. It's different.
Yeah.
The only thing I hate is this. It's got a loading screen when you turn it on. There we go.
Now you just need a Sherlock Holmes hat.
No, I have my Irish hat, my little fucking.
Oh yeah, the white one.
Yeah, the snap cap.
Man, that thing looks fly. Like it has a really nice hat.
The funny part is, hold on a second.
Shut up, Chris. Yes, they said the magic word.
My hat. So, let me put my pipe down. So I have my blue one. I have a brown one.
Yes, Richard, he does need a monocle.
Yes, and I have my plaid one. There we go.
Okay, I like the plaid and the white ones most of all.
Yeah, the white one's out on my hook by my car.
That plaid one's pretty nice. It's almost like an English tweed.
Yeah, and that's why I got it. These are like almost looks like a denim.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's cotton. I got these when I went to Big Bear for vacation. Found them in a hat shop, and I was like, "Oh, I like the way that looks. I need more of these." And
because I was wondering, you know, that's a warm hat, and you live in a very warm place. I was wondering.
No, actually, they're very thin.
Really?
I got the thin ones. Yeah, so my head wasn't sweating.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because
I needed something to cover my eyes because sometimes in like super bright situations, I'll sit out. If you put me out in the bright sun for like an hour or two, I'll get a headache. I don't know why. Just the bright lights bother me.
Man, I don't know how you can stand that desert heat. Like I went to Arizona in February, and I'm just like, if this is how hot it is in February, how the hell are you guys making it through July?
It's, dude, no joke, without exaggeration. You'll see, like, lately, the past week, it's been like 110, 112. The most I've ever seen is 117.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. And I drive a black car with black leather seats.
Dude, that sucks.
So what we've learned here tonight, guys, is Bill's
Leather
masochist.
seats in Pintos.
What?
I didn't know they put leather seats in Pintos.
They're custom. See, I was joking around that I said I need to wear this hat, I need to use this vape, and I need to buy myself like a little Alfa Romeo Spider or an MG Midget.
Yes,
A midget, yes.
absolutely a midget, or even like
An old Triumph.
or if you
Yes.
can find them in E-Class Jag.
Oh, dude, E-Class Jag. Oh, I might as well if I'm gonna go that high end, I might as well just get myself an Aston Martin DB5.
You can pick up a DB7 for right around like 20ish right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking DB5, like 1950s James Bond DB5.
Yeah, then you'll have to probably sell both your testicles. So I'm not sure how much you'd get for yours.
Oh, dude, I'd have to sell both my testicles and my wife. No.
But does it come with the rocket launcher and the injection seat?
What was that?
Does it come with the rocket launcher and the injection seat?
Oh, it's got to have that. Come on.
Yeah, I think that's like standard
way-
package.
That way, if I got a girl in the passenger seat and a prettier girl waves at me on the side of the road, I'm like, doink, bye.
I mean, there's all right. Answer me this: for Vegas, is it to where most of the residents you see on the strip are not the hot ones? It's normally the tourists that are the hot ones. So I've heard that from another friend of mine who spent
Yep.
time in Vegas.
Yeah, that's about right. There's a lot of so here's the thing, we used to joke around. Like my mother-in-law would come into town and me and my brother-in-law would laugh because we'd go to the airport to pick her up. And you usually spend about an hour sitting there waiting. And we used to play this game that we'd sit at the ramp watching all the flights where everybody has to come down the escalators. And you'd see like these smoking hot girls. Look right at her. Yep, she's here for a job interview at a strip club. 9 times out of 10, it really is.
Or like a go-go dancer or something.
It started because we were sitting there and there was these 4 smoking hot girls and they were coming to the luggage carousel to pick up their luggage. And me and my brother-in-law are sitting there and the one girl's talking to the other. She's like, oh yeah, they met on the flight apparently. And the one girl's going, yeah, I'm heading over to Sapphires. I have an interview with the manager there. Oh, I'm heading over to Spearmint Rhino. I have an interview there. And they all just started talking. It was like all 4 of them were going to different strip clubs for fucking interviews.
Jeez.
Oh, you got to come to Vegas. Dude, there is so much fun stuff here to do when you're a local. There's stuff that the freaking tourists don't even know about. Like you can go to the Red Rooster Cafe. That is so much fun. It is not what you think it is. The Red Rooster is basically a swingers club, but it's a bar, and you have to pay a membership fee to get in. Or you can go to a place called the Green Door. The Green Door is a sex club. It costs $115 to go in for one night, and people are just having sex right at the bar. They don't care.
Are you serious?
Yep. There's a room inside the bar that has glass windows. That's all one-way mirrors. If you're inside the room, it looks like you're surrounded by mirrors, but everybody outside in the bar can see you. It's really weird. I had to bodyguard a guy and he wanted to go there in the worst way. And I was like, well, I can't guard you while you're in there. And he goes, why? I said, because it's a simple fact. It's $115 for me to walk in the door and I am not paid. You know, and he actually paid for me to go in to stay with him. So I was okay. And I just stood there. I was like, just please don't let any of these hoes touch me. That's all I care about. Don't touch me.
Man, I feel like I would drive their sales down. No one wants to see me naked. Okay, I got a message from a friend of mine, a Kiwi tonight, and I told him, oh yeah, you know, the shit with the virus over here is bad.
Cody, I only own one clone. That's it.
Like
Everything else is authentic.
He told me I should start stripping for money, right? And I'm like, oh no, man, people want to pay me to put my clothes back on. He's like, so that's a business. So I'm starting to contemplate prices like $20. I'll put a sock back on.
Yep. Robert, you need to come out here. The buffets here are ridiculous. Ridiculous. And there's great places to get food here. There's a place here called Jerry's Nugget where you can get a 2-pound prime rib with all the fixings, potatoes, asparagus, whatever you want with it, and a drink for $7.98.
Jesus, that's a good value.
Yep.
I want to go to some of the comedy clubs out there.
They're really good, and they don't take the heckling very well. That is so much fun to watch.
I like when comedians can outsmart hecklers though and just make them look retarded.
Yep.
Like there's so many good compilations of that on YouTube that I'll just go watch.
I literally live 5 minutes from the hotel where O.J. Simpson got busted.
I still don't understand that. Oh yeah, I'm going in there to steal some of my previously owned stuff that I totally sold back.
Yeah.
Like it just seems so random, especially
he gets released next. He's released now, isn't he?
Yep, he's been released for almost a year now. And the thing is, he should have known after the way his original case went that he was on thin ice. You make one mistake, he's going to get the book thrown at him and then some.
All right, time to put a little bit of juice in this thing. Oh, it's the Pioneer RTA. This is the
got a review up on his channel of it.
Yes, there is a review on my channel. I have the silver and the black. I love the silver so much that I actually, and what people don't realize, yes, I paid full price for the silver one with the direct lung insert, and I loved it so much I paid full price for the black one with the direct lung insert.
And Cody, they're pretty decently priced. You can find the Pioneer right now for between $35 and $45, depending on the version. Because
yeah, this is it looks different because it's all the heat fins are up on the top here, but it's a really, yeah, BP mods.
I've thought of picking one up myself, but it's just too.
What? What'd you say, John?
Oh, I thought of picking one up, but I feel like it's probably a little too closed off because it's got a decent amount of airflow. It's more than something like the Hurricane, but I'm looking for like the perfect airflow for me is like what's on the Gata. It's restrictive, but it's loose enough to where like it still feels like an open lung hit.
I agree with you, Robert. I'm the same way. I wanted to hate the HAR so much, but yes, it performs very, very well. It performs so well for what it is. I think I just the one thing that annoyed the shit out of me with that HAR is you're sitting there spinning that top cap for 5 minutes just to fill it. That was a pain in the butt. They made that way too long-winded. But
yeah,
it is what it is. And the great thing about this is you see me vaping the hell out of this thing. You can vape the shit out of this Pioneer and it will not dry hit on you. The wicking is literally idiot proof. You just tuck the wicks into the little channel and that's it. And on my review, if you watch it, I don't fluff and I don't thin it out and all that stuff that everybody else does. I snip it off and tuck it. Done. I really love it. I didn't get the Precisio, but I do love the Pioneer. I really do. They have another one coming out now too.
the tamaku or whatever the fuck it is, tamakatu, or and it's really fucking fancy looking. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can screen share that. Let me find it.
Is that from BP that's releasing it?
Yes, BP. Oh shit, I'm still stuck on John's fucking last meme. All right.
That's okay. So is the donut.
It's okay. Reagan's starting to flame Bill now.
All right, let's see. Wait, maybe it's not BP, because BP still has nothing but pioneers on their fucking shit. Hold on, let me check out.
BP's it's a Chinese company, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
hold on a second. Let me see.
Have you noticed that Chinese companies are now trying to get more into not high end, but like the mid end realm? So I'm seeing a lot more
no,
EMAs coming out.
it's not BP, it's IF. Dude, wait till you see this fucking thing. Where the hell is it? Dude, I saw like 40 fucking pictures of this goddamn RTA.
Yeah, now you have me curious.
Hold on, let me do this. Fuck.
All right. I think I figured out why the chick went retarded.
Was she
And I
trying
put
to
it-
date you?
I had to put a support under her hair. So I'm rerunning it. It'll be done in the morning.
All right, hold on a second.
Oh yeah, Mike. Any news on those shirts?
The ABC mod shirts.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Lonnie said he had a couple tarps.
Should have knew that was coming.
Freak Group. That's the name of the group. All right. Let's get Robert Reagan all excited. All right, I'm gonna share the screen so you guys can see this thing. That is the Addy right there.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Here, we'll do this. That thing is a beast.
Is that MTL or RDL?
I think it's going to be a combination of both. This is a group called Freak, but I believe they're a subsidiary. But yeah, that's, dude, look at that thing. That's crazy looking.
Have they released an RRP for it yet?
Yes, I've been given a sneak peek. Yes, Robert's seen it. All right, yeah, that thing is crazy looking. I need to have that. But from what I was told, it's going to be 100.
That's not that bad. Of course, I'm gonna wait for reviews from you or Dom or anyone else to come out before
Yeah, I already talked
ever
to
pay.
Pierre. I'm going to have one on the way.
You're gonna wait for reviews, my ass. You're gonna wait until they release it and nobody wants to buy it anymore, and you can get it for $30.
Don't give away my secrets there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one. One's gonna be reserved for me already on the first batch. So the batch should be ready in about a month, I think they said.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to get that one. I think that's kind of cool looking. It is definitely different. But it's probably going to be like the Pioneer, where there was a flash where they were released. The Pioneers were only like $50 when they came out. And they sold out so fast that people were actually flipping them for like $80 to $100
Shit.
and then going back and getting another one. But yeah, it's I think it's going to be the same way with that one. It's going to be one of those ones that it sells out so fast that everybody's going to jump on it, flip it, and then try and grab one later on.
That's up to you. Probably. All right. Bye.
Thunderhead Creations.
I haven't seen.
I agree. I agree on that. I agree on that, Robert, because there is somebody behind the scenes with some of these high-end RDAs and RTAs that nobody knows where they're coming from. But yeah, emphasis is on where they're assembled. They're doing the same thing like Ford. Ford says, you know, made in America. They're not. They're assembled in America. They're made in Mexico.
Well,
You know?
that's what got Armageddon, Chinageddon, fucking.
Yep.
popped. He was having his parts machined in China and sent over, and then he was assembling them, and he was saying "Made in America."
Yep.
Yep.
And he designed them here. He assembled them here, but his parts came from China.
Yeah, but you can also argue that point, like, what's his name? Fucking, who's that douche nozzle? Dan Locazo or Lacanzo or whatever the fuck his name was. Lascano. From Snowcat Mods. He got mad at me because now, not being an asshole, he has them made in China. He lives in China. And when I said they were Chinese made, he got mad at me. These aren't Chinese made. I'm an American. So if I'm making them, they're American made. No, that is not how it works.
What?
Yeah. He got mad at me for saying they were made in China. And I'm like, are they made in China? Yeah, well, they're made in China. Suck a dick. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys something. And this is just, it's business. Most things that say that they're made in Italy, made in America, majority of the parts that make up the item are done in China because the manufacturing is far cheaper. Now, do they hold specifications and qualities? Yes. You can still get great stainless steel from China.
Yep.
You're going to pay more, but you're still not going to pay half of what you pay having it machined in the United States.
Yep.
Not sounding like an asshole, but if you want really good machine shit, you're going to pay a little bit. But yeah, China does it very well. But if you want a really good mod, you got to go to Italy.
Okay, well, Italy's even or outsourcing to China too.
What do you mean?
Some of their products come from China.
Oh, not where I go.
You'd be surprised.
What, like SVA?
No, I'm not saying.
No, I'm talking like history mods. These are actually manufactured in Naples, Italy.
Okay, let me see the top of that battery cap. Oh, that's
It's
right.
a dog.
It's my dog.
Yep.
It's made in China.
But I'm talking about the mod itself, the battery tube. Come on.
It's assembled.
Yeah, but you're picking that shit out of pepper.
It's assembled in China. It's assembled in Italy.
No, the battery tube may be, but the mod itself is made in Naples, Italy. Because it's overseen by Ferdinando Loro. He actually has his own place that he has them made.
Well, and essentially a machinist is a machinist is a machinist, regardless. Because I'm going to be brutally honest here, since it's so late and not a whole lot of people are here. $47 a tube.
What, $47 a tube?
That's what Philippines wanted.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of money.
That's craziness.
That would be, dude, it's more than double what I pay for my mod dogs.
I thought mod dogs were made in Italy.
I would like to say so. I figured they were made in mod dogs. I thought they had their own factory since they advertised machining services.
Yeah.
But when I contacted him, he said, we got to wait on our machine shop. Our machine company that's doing them, that make them for us, they outsource them.
Okay.
Now, can I positively say it's China? No, but I have my feelings.
Yeah.
Okay, so a
still
lot of the
better,
parts.
though.
Okay, we all love our DNAs, right?
Yeah. They're made in China.
Boards are manufactured in China.
Yeah, but I can
Because
I
ain't
can
nobody
confidently
fucking
say it's
manufacture electronics
US
like Chinese.
US design. Like for the body of a mod, I have more trouble with it being made in China than the board, because I know for a fact Evolve has a history of taking care of their designs, updating. Like it's not like a smock board or a
Yeah.
Vaporesso board. Like a DNA is a DNA. As long
Yes,
as
it's designed in it's designed in Ohio.
But you also got to remember that the people who make these mods know what's going on in the vape world. They are paying attention, because look at Ambition mods. They made how many? They made 2 mods now that have fake DNA 60s. They look exactly like DNAs. So they know where the price point is at, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
The sci-fi RDA for the matter word. Now that's the question. Was the sci-fi made in China? From what I was told, I thought it was made in China.
To make these things affordable for people to actually want to buy them, a lot of your parts,
Oh yeah.
they have to come from overseas.
Yeah, they got to cut corners somewhere. Otherwise, they ain't going to make no money.
Correct. Just like the Philippines trying to charge me almost $50 a battery tube. There's no way I'd make any money on that. None.
Yeah, not for that kind of money.
Unless with a ship on those tubes.
I would definitely lose money. So you take that with a grain of salt. Now, my bodies are manufactured here in the States. My print house is in the United States.
Yeah.
Okay. These are actually machined about 15 minutes from here. About 4.5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
In a garage. On a Bridgeport by my buddy. He does them all by hand on a manual Bridgeport. And they're flawless every time he does them.
I agree with Robert. I agree with you 100%. The Chinese manufacturers are getting a little big for their britches and charging more and more money for each product. And that's exactly it. Is I have the 2 issues I have is, yes, exactly what you said. China made products at American made prices. Yes, that is an issue. Also, these people who are presenting their products is, as American made when they're not. That I have an issue with.
Yeah, I profited big time when
hold on.
shit
I'm
went
gonna
down.
stop right quick. Robert, nothing Dave gets is made in China. I will guarantee you everything that he makes, it's either very locally sourced or it is made in his house on his machines. I can test that for a fact. 100%. I will stand up for that one. And there's only certain things that he gets locally sourced.
Oh, wait. Let me show this off. Dave actually did a really good thing. Watch this. Was it Doodad? Here, I'll share a screen on this little video he did. John will get a kick out of this.
Oh boy.
What? All right, there it is.
Oh, that is cool.
He did
Yep.
you the keychain too.
What was that, Mike?
He did you the keychain too.
Yeah, he gave me the keychain. He did. Dude, that looks the tits. That's
Okay,
the buttons going on this right here, John.
I will tell everybody
Yeah,
this.
it's gonna
Buttons
be a
going
really
on that.
nice rig.
I will stand behind Dave's product to a T. His product. And I emphasize on that. 100%. All I run in any of my mods are Dave's buttons. Dave's drip tips. And some of the stuff that he's been working on the side, I think are very, very good.
Riggin just posted. He wasn't insulting Dave. He was trying to say Dave needs more credit.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Misunderstood that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Dave does solid work. Dude, I saw when he told me, he goes, he said he was perfecting the idea of putting designs inside the billet box buttons. And he goes, so he goes, being you want your logo, because I messaged him about it, because I told him, I said, I know do you do anything for billet box? And he was like, well, I've been playing with the idea of doing logos inside billet box buttons. He goes, yours is going to be the prototype. He goes, I'm going to use you as my test. He goes, and I asked him, I was like, how much do you want for it? I said, let me know. I said, it's my logo. So, I'm going to pay for it. I'm asking for custom shit. I'm not going to expect it for free. And he goes, no, he goes, it's a prototype. He goes, I'm not going to sell it. He goes, and it's going to be your logo. He goes, so I can't sell it unless you have someone who's like a super fan. He goes, so, he goes, it's yours, free. He goes, I'll send it out to you. So I think he's going to charge me for shipping.
Yeah. Okay, so I know there's people, and we're not going to go into details about any of it. There's people that like Dave and there's people that don't like Dave. But at the end of the day, if Dave does something, and I emphasize on if Dave does it, he does a damn good job. He is probably one of the most OCD motherfuckers I have ever.
Next to you.
Yeah, next to Robert.
Next to you. Who has to refix everything 50 times.
Dave's bad. Dave is bad. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys how I met Dave. Dave is actually a very, very good personal friend of mine. We've had our quorums and our issues, and those are what they are. Nothing other than just us bickering and fighting between friends. Okay? And we're not going to go into any further details than that. But Dave come into my store. He called me up on the phone and says to me, hold on one second. My daughter's here.
Give me all your money.
It's the straight one.
So just a quick thing, because I was going to talk to you earlier. I'm paying for Justin's entire Jay's entire payment.
I know. Me and Mom are going to throw in on it.
No, you're not. You're putting 100 towards the quote that he wants.
Okay.
So
We'll talk about this after we show him.
well, hold on a second. Is it okay if I pay that $40 later? Because I made $19. So. Okay.
So,
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Do you have the $40 in there?
I should, yes.
Okay.
So anyway,
There's Robert.
Hey, sorry.
Calls me
I'll
on the
just work
phone.
away. I'm
Delay.
like, I'm sitting there and I realize the kids are glued to the TV and the other kids are in their room doing their own thing. And I'm like, oh, I can break free. So
so anyway, not to leave everybody hanging, my daughter came in, I apologize. So Dave calls me up and he says, hey, JD over at, and you guys all might know JD Hall. Some of you guys might. He's been very big in the high end for a very long time. So he said, yeah, I called JD and asked him for a Bullen box. And he said, you might have some. Well, I had my personal one, and then I had one that I had sold to a guy that he didn't want anymore. I said, yeah, I got a couple here. They're used, but they're in really great shape. If you want to come look. These were the original Bullens.
No, Jeff Kotu has been getting blown up.
I messaged him and he told me he wasn't doing them.
Yeah, with doing Dico. Well, I don't think he's doing customer stuff. I think he's doing his own one, like ones that he receives. But like getting blown up with doing DNA and die code swaps on those. Okay. And they just released a new smoked transparent one that's $10 more.
So back to my story. Dave comes down to look at these two Bullen boxes that I have. Didn't know the guy. And he pulls up a chair next to my counter and I'm showing them to him. And we sat here for 4 hours while he took them on and did this. I don't know which one I want.
What good does that do? Get some fucking calipers.
4 hours. Scratches, scrapes, chip paint. For 4 hours.
Yeah, but this is a Bullen box. It's not like it's an actual billet.
Yeah, right.
But he's that OCD. His shit has to be that perfect. So
he must be broke.
No, he's just really particular.
So I won't go into further details, but Dave is so anal about how perfect his work is that if he sends you something and you receive it and it is like, and you have anything to say about it, he'll take care of it.
Yes.
Yes. We're not going to go into details how he takes care of it because that pisses me off. That's what he does. And that bothers
and he takes care of it in a very unexpected way.
Correct. And that pissed me off when he did that. Even for you, Robert, everything that he's done, I tell him, I understand you're trying to have good business, but you're going to hurt yourself. Keep doing that.
So I'm not as detail oriented as Dave. I don't think most people are.
I think
but
Mike
I'm like the same way as he is in if I send something to someone and it isn't to their liking, I'll shoot myself in the foot making it right.
And you know how far I go. Okay. And I wouldn't go as far as he goes. Because that's just bad business.
No, I think probably, I mean, I'm a very patient person. You have to be. And I think that's probably why the high end, I'm okay with the high end market is because I'm a patient individual. But like, for example, like, and I'm not going to speak ill of Chris Sonker at all, but because I'm a picky son of a bitch and I'm critical and he knows that. But like, you know, I won the Toys for Tots charity waffle in December and I got the mod like just maybe a week ago.
Right. And here's the thing, guys, is okay.
And you already know the saga behind, and my screen's not going to show it. Let me fix that real quick.
That invisible mod.
Yeah.
And that's some breaking, breaking technology there.
Yeah. And you guys already know, like, and Mike is well familiar with this, like, that was 9 months from purchase to like total resolution on it. And not just solely on Mike's side, like there was other hands involved. And I'm completely satisfied with the outer result. I have nothing ill to say, and this is why even if you've seen any of my reviews for Mike's stuff, like I can still fully support and endorse his products. Like I have no problem putting full confidence and telling people like, yeah, give Mike your money. Like seriously.
Yeah.
But,
And I appreciate that. It's just, okay, so the first one, it was what it was. We made it right. You know, it took a while because there was other hands that were in the issue. And prime example, this is still one of the fucking prints that they sent me. Okay. And we ended up leaving that company. And it's still, they're still missing the head. So with that, now the other one was a major oversight or undersight, obviously. Which that is the first time that's ever happened, and it will be the last time it ever happens. It's just shitty that it happened going to you.
yeah, but this,
I think he did a phenomenal job on that.
like I want to use this all the time. It's just like the contours, the finish, it is so comfortable. And the thing is, like I ended up in the same situation with this mod of like when I took it apart and everything. I'm like, there should be something that retains that fire bar, and for the price and everything, he should have done solid silver. But doing my testing and everything, I'm like, okay, there wasn't a performance difference between a solid silver mod and what he went with, so I can't really dig into that much further.
Right. And here's the problem. When you're doing full bars like that, solid silver breaks down after a while. This will not break down. Okay. And if you're not getting any voltage drop and you're still getting the same power of the hit, it's great. Now, on the other hand, you were referring to something holding down that bar.
Yeah,
And-
because when I took, I just, all I did, and it showed it in the video, I took off the battery door and pulled out the squonk bottle that was in there, and the contact just falls out.
Right, but here's the problem. Here's the problem, Robert. I have the same machine. To put a slight notch to hold that in there is
Well, you end up with a failure point too. That
Right.
knob becomes a liability.
Right, and it's such a hard thing to machine on the machine that a standard setting floating bar is going to be the best option. You can't machine it to actually retain that bar in. The machine just doesn't have that capabilities.
But you do have to do the whole, popping with your, but like if you do your squonk bottle tube right and everything, when you pop out the battery, the contact will stay in there if your squonk bottle is providing enough pressure on the bottom of it. But
yeah, I don't know if you saw earlier. I've got one coming.
It wasn't enough of like a headache or a niggle to make a big deal of it.
Right. So like I said, and I know how he machines his mods. Okay. We share designs between each other. I do a lot of work with Chris. Okay. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Chris. So I've seen a lot of his designs and I know how things are done and I know how they're machined. And for what he's charging, $325, $350 normally, I think. It is a very, very fair price.
I'm still here, just a second.
Oh, you're fine. But it's a very fair price for what you're receiving for your product. It's a very beautiful, beautiful piece.
Yeah.
And what he's got to do to make that piece with that machine is it's beautiful. How he's able to do that. I'm literally working on it right now myself with another device that I'm working on for somebody else, the big box. And I'm paranoid to even run my bits into it.
We're actually gaining viewers right now, which is hilarious. We're back up to 11.
Yeah, that's what
Nearly-
happens when you hang around for a while.
yeah, because normally things go to shit. Especially when you guys made the mistake of bringing me on.
That's when we fucked up.
Yeah, you guys made a massive mistake.
Sorry, I had to attend to Netflix technical difficulties.
Oh, you're fine, brother. So, like I said, though, I'm working on the same kind of thing that Chris is working on with his mods. And we're pushing the capabilities of our machines pretty fucking hard. And for him to put out a mod that is that beautifully buffed and sanded and polished, it's a gorgeous mod.
Oh,
That's
it is stunning, stunning. Like I gotta say, like I haven't seen anything that compares to like just how beautiful those mods are. Like the only thing I've ever seen that even comes close to it is Seth Catley's mods.
Oh yeah, Seth's mods are ridiculously nice.
Is he the one that does the piece togethers?
Yeah, the like puzzle piece looking mods. Yeah,
Those are so funky to me.
and he just started doing new ones that are just bricks, but most of them are kind of have a wave or an ergonomic shape to them, except for having squared edges. But he just started. He just posted some pics and videos today of new ones he's doing that have like chamfered edges and are all rounded. And oh my gosh,
Right. Yeah. So
they are.
I definitely say, and what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to making mods, not everything is just grab some stuff, throw it together. Not for anybody that cares what they're doing. Okay. Nope. That has patience. Now, like normally we try to get our batches done in a month. This last one took a few months. More than a couple, less than a bunch. But we got them out, and everybody's out, and everybody was happy, except for that one reviewer. But anyway, you know, it's take me for example. I run a store. I manufacture over 40 flavors, and I build mods, and I do the show. And I do the Thursday night show. And I also have a family to attend to. Okay. And that's not the buyer's problem. That is mine. But at the end of the day, I have all that on my plate. Chris has a full-time job, works 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. 5 days a week. And then he goes into the machine room. And he gets so many orders because of his work is good. He gets tons of orders for doors and panels and Spartans, and he's like me.
I hope that Tony B did him the courtesy of giving him the renders or the files for the Pulse V2 doors prior to.
He actually has a mod. He actually has a mod on the way. He should be getting it either today or tomorrow.
I was hoping that Tony B might give him that stuff prior to the actual release of that, so he could actually have stock course.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Because
corresponding time.
I told him if he wanted to, I would send him my mod before I reviewed it, and he goes, "No, I have one on the way."
Yeah, that's cool that Tony's actually giving an aftermarket maker a mod to do stuff for it like that. That's really cool. So, you take all this stuff with a grain of salt.
knock on wood, I have never had not one of my mods ever break. Has the battery tubes come loose? That happens. It gets worn out after being used for a while. The tube sometimes comes loose because we don't do the set screw in. We do an extreme pressure fit, and my tolerances are tighter than anybody.
Oh, you could do what Dom did, like with the mech, with his Rhino mech, for example, and he actually had where the grub screw goes in the tube recess. He had in the model he had a recess in there too.
Right. No. Yeah. I know. And I did.
It's a pain in the dick. Like, it is undoubtedly a pain in the dick to do, but
it's stupid hard, pain in the dick. Because take my Atom, I did it in my Atom. So it was definitely a pain in the dick. There's no two ways about it. It was a pain. Me and Dom are working on some other stuff too right now to make it a little different. But with all of that, so you take and put all this on the table, and like I said, it's not the customer's fault that it takes a little longer sometimes for us to get stuff done. But at the end of the day, I can't say that I have had anybody complain, well, to where they had to send it back as soon as they got it, that there's been a problem that they haven't been happy with the device.
yeah.
So if it takes me a little longer, I understand that. I constantly am talking to people. Hey, if it's been a delay, I've even thrown in an extra bottle of juice or something, give them a little something extra because it took a little longer than I had really planned to. But at the end of the day, you got these makers putting out. I'll be honest. Knock on wood, I've never had any mods blow up, vent, blow out the bottom of the mod. I don't know how Charles is able to do 50 mods every month. I honestly don't know how he's capable of doing them.
Mods, I can see the mod. Like, if you have the boards and you have the prints, I like 50 mods a month seems fine. Like, for me, what really amazes me is how many accessories, the buttons, the tips, like the integrated tips, the 810s, the 510s, the custom materials, how he keeps up with that on a monthly basis. That's what boggles my mind. Not the 50 mods a month for the randomized lists. It's the accessories that he does. Like, I don't know how he does that.
Right. Hold on a second. Hello?
I'm so mad because I was looking for a black church warden style curved drip tip for this, and I found one, and it's at a great price, but they don't ship outside of the fucking UK.
Yeah.
Ship it to Sean and have him ship it to you.
No, because then it's gonna cost me like $40 in shipping for fucking drip tip.
True.
Yeah, so like with 3D printed mods, maybe I'll wait till Mike gets back. But like, because I've been assembling mods for nearly actually as long as I've been vaping, like, I know how long it takes to put them together. So like, if he has the print, has the model, has the parts for it, I like 50 mods a month. That doesn't seem like outside the realm of possibility. But when you add in all the accessories he does,
here's the thing with me. Okay, here's the biggest issue with me is that when we run a batch, because we do custom, the bodies get ordered the day after the batch closes. And then it's a week and a half to 2 weeks before I get those in. For me to have it done in a month, I have 2 weeks left to finish assembling all those mods.
Well, he does like a 45-day window.
Yeah. But so that's why with me, it's like, okay, I'm waiting. But now we've got custom. I'm not just doing all the stuff one way. It's not repetitive because you want a gray one. Chris wants a red one with laser engraving and a red tube, and he wants a blue one with a blue tube, and that and the next and the next. So all of those processes take a long time, and I have to do them all individually. So what we do is we set up all the print, we order all the prints when they get in. We have them all sitting on an invoice paper on a long ass shelf. Okay? And we grab the first one off the shelf. And it doesn't really go in any kind of order. We just grab the first one off the shelf. All right, what's this need? Needs the tubes done. It needs to be engraved. It needs to be dyed this color. Okay? Well, I just spent 3.5, 4 hours doing that one mod, getting it prepped to be built. Then we put it back on the shelf, move to the next one. We start prepping that one, and so on and down the line. Then we go back to the start, and then we start assembly. Once they're assembled, there's one last final assembly, which is fixing the face plates and putting the buttons in. And then me setting up eScribe and vaping on it. Because I vape on every one of the mods to test them. So that's after they go to the build table, they're built and put back on the shelf. Then when they're getting ready to go out, I grab them, I bring them over here, and I may spend 20, 30 minutes getting the pouch together, getting the faceplate fitted in, getting the button set, putting the button savers on it, making sure vaping on it. That's another 30, 40 minutes. Now, when you have a ton of mods, it eats up a lot of time. Now, prime example, because I do run a store as well. And this is one of my biggest downfalls. And John will tell you because he's
I think that's, well, I guess Charles runs a shop too, but
he has employees.
All I figure is he just doesn't sleep much.
He has employees. He has a lot of employees that I do not. I am the sole operator of this store. I have somebody cover me once in a while. So say I'm in there processing, doing the tube, laser in the body, and a customer walks in and they walk over and they sit down in the chair. Well, I walk around the counter and I lean up and start talking to them. They can sit here for 4 hours. That just burned 4 hours of my work time.
Yeah.
Now I may not even get that mod finished prepping.
Yeah, I go up there to chill out, but normally, I don't get in the way of Mike sucking his cocks. He's got to get that working somehow.
John comes in here, and if it's John, I'll continue to work. He'll talk while I work.
Yeah, or normally I'll watch him work because I'm genuinely curious to see how he solders things, how he works with the blocks, because I'm curious,
But there's a lot of people that don't want to come in here and see me working. They want to come in here and chat to me like I'm their new bartender. And that eats up a lot of my time. And everybody's like, oh, every time I come in there, you're sitting at your computer. Because somebody just left. They were sitting here talking to me. When nobody's here, I may watch a couple TV shows and then I get up and I'm like, all right, time to get done. What am I putting down today? And then I get started and boom, never fails. Somebody walks in.
Hey, boys, I think I am going to dip out. I'm going to play a couple games with Ken, and then I'm probably going to pass out because I got repairmen coming early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm about in the same situation where getting kids to bed.
No,
Yep.
I agree.
Yep. No, it's
let's
just
call it here.
12:30, and my wife just called yelling at me, asking me if I was still online.
Let's call it here, boys.
All right.
All right.
Sounds fair.
Man,
I just
catch you guys
ordered
later.
a curved drip tip. It's going to cost me 13 pounds.
Nice.
man, y'all can be boys.
All right, I'll catch you guys on Thursday.
All right, sir. You have a wonderful night.
Oh,
I'll
hold
see you
on.
guys later. I will
Fuck
end.
you goofy motherfucker. By the way, Apple Crisp is done, bitch.
Oh yeah, you finally catch the name change?
No, not you. I was actually looking in chat.
Oh,
I see your new stepdaddy's in chat.
Who's in the chat? I didn't even see the chat. I haven't been looking.
Ken DeBozy.
yes, Ken. I'm finally coming. Ken told me. Oh yeah, the live's probably gonna go a long time tonight. I'm like, no, Dom's normally, lasts 3-4 weeks. It's gone like an hour.
There you go.
Yeah, I am now the true EVC mods. Mike, you've been usurped.
I see that. The day you can actually put a button in a mod, we'll talk.
All right, boys. I'm gonna head off. It was nice
All
to
right,
speak with you.
All right,
See you,
Ken, I'll
Mike.
talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right, everybody take care. Have a great evening. Be safe. Vape
Don't let the
safe.
meatloaf.
Don't let your meatloaf. And next week, Don will be back, not spending his anniversary, hopefully getting laid.
All right. Have a good night, guys.